Now we're live.
Now we are.
We weren't live before.
There's no chat, though. Chat ain't talking to nobody.
Well, I don't know why the chat wasn't talking. Hold up.
Usually the chat says hi.
Somebody say hello. They know we on today, right?
They're there, but maybe they're not there. Maybe they don't care about us today.
Say somebody. Shit.
Jordan, what's up with you?
Man, another day, another dollar.
It's the left side button. There's a small button on the left side.
Oh, Rakeem. Thank you, Rakeem.
Left side.
Yo.
Your left hand. There's a small button.
Oh, I don't really care about that Benzino Eminem bullshit.
Oh, it
It's
just
so
wasn't
old.
popping up over here. They've been chatting.
Oh, I see. No,
Oh,
it just
never mind,
popped
never
in. Yeah, Rakeem was the first one on my end.
Never mind.
We've been sitting here. Oh, man. Okay. Sup? How
Man.
everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Donate to Excellence. This is defunded.
Welcome everybody to the Blaxcellence, aka the Hotep Hour. I'm your brother Hotep Jordan.
Where's Tommy?
Hotep Jordan.
Where's Tommy? I can't control this. It's been a minute, but actually, it's been a minute since we've done a one-on-one, right?
Absolutely. We've never done a one-on-one.
We've never done one. I'm more than certain we have.
I don't think you guys
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be the worst. It's gonna be
I'll be on my good behavior. I'll be on my good
Last
behavior.
time you were hating on all black people. Every black person I was coming across screen.
Hey.
But today's all about black news, so it's different stuff.
True.
And we're not even in the show, it's about the pre-show. What's up, people? A little bit. First of all, thanks for the sub, Rakeem. Really appreciate it. I don't know, y'all. I'm tired this week. I'm so tired. I'm tired all the time. I'm tired when I'm not supposed to be tired. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow.
Something's wrong. Exhaustion. All the time, my man.
Exhausted all the time. I don't know what's going on.
Shit.
But like, when you look on WebMD, it's like, oh man, I'm really tired, really fatigued.
Yeah.
About 18,000 things pop up. So it could be anything.
Fatigue is a common thing among certain
Your body
diseases.
just shuts down.
Yeah. I'm tired. You know what? I stayed up too late.
And you know what the worst part is? I'm gonna go to a doctor. Doctor's gonna say, well, how about you run more? And I'm like, dog, I am moving and grooving. I'm down quite some poundage. Like, you gotta get on my ass, dog.
Not the doctor trying to politely tell you you're fat.
I was like,
Disrespect me, thank you.
sir, on top of that, right? This is abnormal in comparison to the regular.
Not the doctor be like, look,
He did
you
not
tired?
say that.
Go take some Robitussin. Call me in the morning.
My doctor's actually really cool. He knows what's up because he's like, because he's usually like, weightlifting all the time. So he actually tries to diagnose what's going wrong.
Fair.
But I don't go to the doctor that often.
I don't either. I don't think dudes in generally go to the doctor often. I think we're just a little too hesitant because we don't want to get those bad news. We're like, I don't want to hear that. Tell me something better. Tell me my diagnosis is a cold and I'll take some Robitussin. I'm good. Yeah.
I just don't like, I don't want to go to the doctor and then, it's like about 18 different things wrong. Really, they just find, but actually doctors sometimes they do some, like the last time I went, they were kind of downplaying some things. So they were like, not in a bad way. They were just like, oh yeah, your blood pressure, kind of high today. Sodium, a little high.
Yeah.
Everything else, you looking all right. You gonna be fine. I said, just toss my ass out.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
A $500 bill.
I got that good insurance.
Yeah, good.
That's the one thing I've been blessed
meet
with.
That, what's that called? Meet the deductible in order, or meet the balance in order to get a deductible.
Meet the parents. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Stupid shit.
No, that's the one thing like I have been super blessed with, because my mom was a nurse, so up until however 26, I was just rocking that.
Nice.
And I didn't know how blessed I was, until you get off your like a mom's nurse's medical insurance, because I was there, popped in that thing. Man, you go in and see doctors. Doctors would be like, sir? Hold on. You don't sit where the peasants sit.
Yes. You're not on insurance. Go.
Yes.
You have that weak insurance. Go sit over there with them.
Yeah,
Okay?
it's like no, you sir. You're in the fold.
Yes,
you sit over there.
You sit over there with James and for the Good Time Cast. Go sit over there with him.
I was so then after that I was like, okay, cool. Let me go to the doctor. That first bill I got, I said, man. Y'all really trying to have me not come back, huh? But you get like, you get the yearly wellness check.
Right.
That's on the house.
Right.
And, you go to a different country. Again, chat about that for a second, man. Like, someone was like over in somewhere else, and they're like, yeah, man, I broke my whole arm for 5 days in the hospital with a cast, with the crutches, or like with crutches too, all that kind of shit. It was like $400. I said, shit. So what you really got to do is you just got to collapse in a different country.
Right.
So if you're feeling sick, hop on a flight, go somewhere else.
Hold that pain in your foot.
Yeah.
Get surgery somewhere else.
That baby kicking, you need to be on a plane. Do not be at home. Go somewhere else.
Right. Shit, fuck that. I don't want to go to the doctor. I despise going to the doctor because there's a fear of saying, well, you have something wrong with you. You have this wrong with you, specifically. Something that I wasn't exhibiting any type of symptoms or anything like that. And you go to the doctor and say, well, no, unfortunately, you have this going on here. Well, shit, when does it kick in? Like, I didn't feel anything. So this is always the fear of knowing something's wrong with you, even though there may not be. That's the only fear that I have.
Well, I think that's a fair point. Because, I mean, when it comes to some things that are more critical, I always feel like, man, when you find out, that's when you do the decline, right?
Yeah.
And so... but in some other ways, I think it's helpful. I think that deters a lot of people from not getting more proactive and perceptive with it. So that way you can avoid some scenarios, right? I'm a bit more like I like to think I'm weird. Sometimes I'm super proactive. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm just like You
have a fair balance. There you go.
But I've been trying to get better about since I milking the insurance I have for right now and being like, let me go if I feel like I need to go. And I feel like I'm going to go.
And blessed to have that insurance where you're not paying that much. You're paying the deductible. You're good to go.
Yeah, just pay the copay.
The copay.
And vibe out.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
they message me later and be like, sir,
come back.
We just noticed your insurance card was filled with Crayola. You can't, the 3 was backwards. You can't.
Not spelling in Crayola.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
It was insurance. It's like,
right. The spelling is all bad. You like Bro Man from Fifth Floor, just spelling everything bad as fuck.
Like some Rugrats shit, dog.
Just what? Tommy Pickles? Wait, if Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless had a fist fight, who would win? Stephen A. Smith.
I don't know, man. Skip kind of works out a lot.
Yeah, he looks a little decrepit, though.
No. Okay, let's take prime Stephen A. Smith.
And prime Skip.
And prime Skip.
I would still pick Stephen A. Smith.
I'm not trying to go against Stephen A. Smith. I'm not saying that. Let's see. I want to see some, physique.
Okay.
Let's.
Oh, you want to see physique?
Yeah.
I mean, I seen Skip Bayless. He looks in shape for his age. Stephen A. Smith, I don't know, man. Don't he look like one of those small carton of gallon of milk? A small carton of milk? And he built like that?
Yeah. Didn't he hurt his ankle playing basketball?
He snapped his kneecap in half. That's what he said. And he couldn't play basketball anymore. And only averaged 1.5 points per game, but only play one game. Make that make sense. Smith called somebody a fat bat.
No, okay. Stephen A. Smith got some muscle on him. He got some muscle on him.
Show the picture, please.
He's got some. No, that's the before and after, dog.
Okay.
Relax. You see, he's just got, he's got that older bob, but he's got muscle on him. There you go. He's got some.
Blow that picture up.
What's up?
Blow that picture up.
I got you. You got some arms there. I think. Hold up. Let's check out Skip Bayless.
Yeah, that picture kind of remind me of In the Arms of an Angel with them kids with the swollen.
No, see, I don't know, man. Skip kind of feels like a threat. Like when I pull up the working out, that's a threat for his
Come on,
age.
Skip.
Yeah, that's kind of a threat for his age. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's kind of like a white Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, that's it. That's like he was talking. So to be fair, a motherfucker was talking smack to Shannon Sharp's face. So you gotta be kind of strong to be doing that.
I don't blame him.
Like
he probably had bodyguards on the side. So,
yeah, that ain't.
Come on, Skip.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, the real answer here is Shannon Sharp.
Right. That is the correct answer to give a Shannon Sharp with them tight ass outfits he have on.
Bro, Shannon Sharp, shout out to him being like his age and just like
Man, what happened? Was he like 46?
No, he's 50.
Oh, he's 50.
I'm pretty sure.
Built like that?
Shannon Sharp age.
He do look like a small quarter.
He's 55.
Shannon Sharp is? And built like that?
Bro, I'm telling you, dog, that's a monster. That's a monster, dude. That's goals. That's beyond goals.
That's crazy. Him and The Rock are almost close to the same age, and they look jacked.
Like, and what I respect about Shannon Sharp is like he just looks like a big dude. He looks like it's legit. Like he's just a big dude who's been like very strict with it for a long time.
Yeah. Fair.
So like, cause you see him, he's like he drinks alcohol, he smokes a cigar, like he's living his best life.
Damn, that's what that irritates me when I see people with bodies like that and they smoking cigarettes. That's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Cigars different.
No. There are people that built like that smoke cigarettes. And I'm like, cigarettes. And here I am, built like a gallon of milk. Like,
bro,
damn it.
I want to show something on the hood. Bro, like, I be telling people, it's like, I really be out here. And this is me, like Premier Protein.
Okay.
Like literally, I ain't even crazy, I ain't even doing the foolish. But like, I so much as breathe out a pastry, my body explodes. I'm like, I call my parents all the time. I said, what genetics did you give me?
God damn it. All this weight loss I'm trying to do and it's not working.
It's like, but fortunately, I just think in terms of, getting to that age and being that built, Shannon, like, I know you're not the biggest fan of Shannon Sharp, but you got to give props on game.
He looks great. Like at 55 years old, he looks amazing. I will give props to him and The Rock all day.
But I just give props to anyone who, like, I feel like someone said it best, like you really, especially in like your 30s and your 40s, like you establish that good habit. Like, I think it just like kind of carries over because you want to be in a good place whenever you get to your 50s, your 60s, and just have that.
Start now. If you haven't started before, when you turn 35, 37, you better go ahead and get started if you want to look like that at 55, for sure.
For sure. But I don't think it's ever too late. I tell people all the time, it's never too late to get that gear kicked in.
Hey, there was a guy that was at 54 years old, just started breakdancing. Now he's 66 and he's still breakdancing.
But I feel like you just gotta, I think age thing is just such a mentality too.
True.
Like the moment you start saying you're old, like I caught my dad slipping the other day. He was like, man, I'm too old for this. I said, don't start saying that.
Right.
Don't start saying that.
Once you start, you psych yourself out. You don't want to do it.
Cause like, yeah, you'll start like, and not this, like my dad's actually a pretty active dude. Yeah. He's your shit better shape than I am. But no, like when I was talking to him, I was like, man, the moment you start saying it, those moments it starts happening. You just gotta kick yourself and keep on doing what you're doing.
Get that cycle.
Running around.
Absolutely.
He has a job, like, and it's a difference between like I think the combination of stress and like your health as well, right?
Absolutely.
I think that like to look like that, right? To have that smile. You also got to be rich, right?
Right. Get a personal trainer and a chef. Yeah, you got to be rich.
No, but seriously, it's like, I think to supplement these things, people think about the physical, it's also about the mental, because I think what takes a lot of people out a lot of times is stress.
You got to be disciplined.
I just meant like outside of like the actual like dieting and working out discipline part. I meant like the actual stress of like life.
True.
You got to, I stress now, and I'm like, no, I can't be doing that if I'm,
Look, we stressing, we got no kids. A mess.
Don't get me started on that.
Jeez.
So let me.
I'm getting my tubes tied and them little Boy Scout knots. No kids for me. No, sir.
You're not a kid person, Jordan?
I don't have the patience. I've worked on my patience throughout the years. I just don't have the patience. I think it would probably change maybe later on. I'll be like George Clooney in my 50s having a kid. I don't know. But
so you're like you're a softer now.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. There's no wrong answer. I was just not expecting that from you.
Here's the line. I'm right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I can flip over to that hard no any time of the day. But I'm a soft no.
You're soft
for right
no.
now.
Soft no for right now.
Yeah,
that's fair.
For right now. Yeah. You?
I'm a pretty hard yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want some kids? You want some kids at what age?
Well, that's the best part about being a man. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Anytime. I'm kidding. No.
Here come that red pill moment. Man, if you want to have kids, wait till you're 35 years old. I'm like, okay, sure.
No, when? Not anytime soon. Which is
fair. That's fair.
I'm not in any rush for it.
Yeah.
But like, fortunately, I'm kind of I'm in a great position to where my parents had me very young, so hey. I got time for them. To, so.
Oh yeah.
So and that's my biggest thing. My pressure with kids has never been like a me thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have kids when I have kids. I was like, but I've always been the type of person who's like, oh man, my parents grew up in Africa, so I got to spend some time with them, but not like that constant like presence like my kids could have one day. So that's kind of like what I've always envisioned. But yeah, I'm a big kid person mainly because I've always wanted a handful and I've always wanted to adopt a kid. So
nice.
Yeah. I mean,
okay. Cat Williams.
Hey, no,
you want to adopt and have some kids?
Well, I've always wanted to adopt a kid because I mean, of course it's more so just
wanting to spread the love.
If my life is on the trajectory that I hope that it should be, then I'm hoping that I can provide a life to somebody.
True.
That and
leave a legacy.
And and I think that mixed families are a good family. So
true. Like I said, you're leaving a legacy behind.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want a little TJ running around be like, that's gonna be president next one day? Absolutely. Just mentor boys and girls.
I don't blame you because them motherfuckers return home. they go back home.
You get to return them.
They get to go back.
Right.
Kids are an interesting one because I feel like it's really just like how you feel at that moment, and people change. Like I met people who like were hard nosed, turn into yeses, and the vice versa. I met people who've stayed the same. It's just like whatever works sense with you. I think the biggest thing about having kids nowadays is my own my reservation is still the same. That is that I don't feel safe with myself. So bringing a person that I have to stress out about into this world, I know how much my mom stresses about me when I don't call her. I can't do that to myself.
Call me when you get there, okay? Text me your location.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't trust nobody. I'll be like, where you at? Who you with? Who's what?
Right. Who that?
Samantha.
Right. Who that?
Who that? I met her mama.
You bring her over to my house before I meet the mama?
Shoot. Excuse me? That includes friends, like kids' friends coming over to my crib. I'm like, I know, what you allergic?
Yeah.
So what y'all allergic to? So I don't know. You gonna come to my crib, eat African food. So I don't know what the fuck you want me to do.
Well, my parents had like a waiting list. Like, you can't come over. We got too many kids. We occupied at 3 kids to the max. You can't come over here. Yeah.
No, hold on. Kirby Curb. I ain't reading that, but no, I ain't doing that.
No.
No. Yeah, I meant not say that one out loud, but no.
Please read that comment later. Okay. No.
My dad still asks who I'm hanging out with in my 20s. Hey, look, you want a parent who's doing that. Like, you want someone who still cares about what
Absolutely.
Like,
as annoying as much of a hassle it is, you want a parent to be like, yeah, I want my parents to know where I'm at all times as well, too. So,
my mom doesn't. My mom knows who I'm hanging out with. It's the same people. I don't bring no new guest into my life. She was actually thrown off because I was hanging out with one of my homies who I've known since the 2nd grade. Like, yeah. I'd be like, nah, once you stuck, you stuck. I'm sorry, I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
But to get in that club is tough. But not.
Yeah, exclusive.
I said, shit, I got people I see all the time. These motherfuckers.
All faces.
So I'm like, Mama, you want to see who I'm with? You can check Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch at 8:30, 8:40.
The same ratchet people I see on Tuesdays and Thursdays. These are the people I see all the time.
Guess what? On my weekend, it's the same Negro you see.
Ain't changed a bit. That's a good a company to keep, actually,
Yeah, it's just, but, there's people, like, I could imagine, and that's what I'm saying, like, a parent stress is a different level of stress.
Absolutely.
Because I know how I am, and I'm gonna be a little bit biased. All right, look, because I know that I'm probably gonna have a daughter first, and I'm gonna be ruined. I'm not built to be a girl dad. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am not built to be a girl dad. Not because I wouldn't care. It's the exact opposite. I'd be too caring because I grew up. I grew up with my like brothers. So from my perspective, I don't know how to like my little sisters now. Dog, there's I didn't grow up with them, so it's a very different sort of perspective.
I'm pretty sure you're super protective over them.
Yeah, I'm super protective
Absolutely.
over them. And so you should have seen the switch in my brain when I first of all was like, oh shit, I have little sisters, and then like I have a lot of them. I was like, damn. I was like, the moment that first set came out, I said, oh no.
Oh shit.
So that's what taught me I'm not ready to be a girl. That my stress levels, my cortisol at an all-time high.
Not showing up to the door where your lady's your daughter's boyfriend be like Mike Lowry and Bad Boy Sue.
I don't even think I'm gonna be like.
You looking at?
I don't even think I'm gonna be like that. I'll be like. See, that's the problem. I don't know how I'm gonna react. Right? I don't know who I'm gonna be. You
can't make that scenario in your head. No matter how many times you go over it, you will never know how you're going to be when that first day shows up.
Yeah,
and you meet your daughter's
I don't even know.
You never know.
Like, and look, all I know is that, like, at least, because, I always say, like, with boys, like, I grew up with brothers, so I'm like, okay, cool. I might have a perspective of how that is. And of course, everybody's different.
Absolutely.
But, like, I also, like, my little cousins, the ones that I grew up with as well, they're also boys. So, like, I grew up just around a lot of boys. So,
that's
girls are new to me. I'm just like,
big gear switch for you, sir.
I'll be like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm concerned. I'm not equipped
sitting
for
up
this.
in that chair, be like, where you been? It's 12:01.
Yeah, your curfew was 12.
It was 12. You're a minute late. Did you eat? Did he feed you? Stupid shit like that. Yeah, I don't know how I'll be when I have kids. I think I will try to be a better man or a better father to them. I mean, I paint that as my dad being a bad guy, but no. He was a great dad. But I want to be better than him. I want to be a better father than him. That's what you strive to be, is be a better father than your father was to you. And yeah, I would try to make sure I will make it fun, but be strict at the same time. I'm not your friend. I can be friendly. I'm your dad. I'm here for you whenever you need me, et cetera, et cetera. But that's how I probably want to be when I'm a dad. Just be a cool dad, but just strict.
I feel like there's switches of gears whenever, like, because, like, my relationship with my mom is way different than when I was growing up, right? And I feel like that's just being an adult.
Yeah.
When you're both, when you're, like, your parent will always baby you, or at least my parents, of course, like, always have, like, but, like, they approach me very differently nowadays, right? Like, they're just, like, adult level, so the conversation is different. But
Absolutely.
To your point, Mom is my friend, but not my friend. You know what I mean? It's like, my mom is my friend. Now I'm like, Mom, I'll open up to you about some things that I probably wouldn't have opened up to you years ago. Not because I, like, but just because, like, oh, that's my mom. But, like, now you're like, okay, I can speak to you, like, adult to adult. Still my mom. Like, that ain't changing. And that's kind of how I want to establish it. I've always said, I actually want to raise my kids the exact same way my parents did. I mean, improve on my father, because, you want to be, like you said.
You want to be better. Yeah.
I know my dad. See him on holiday, like I said, not let that situation.
Right.
But no, it's but like, you want to be that next step, and you want to be like, hey, what are some things my parents couldn't do that I know they wish they could have, that maybe I can do and incorporate that. But I also, depending on who you have them kids with.
Right, that's another thing.
I also got to be. I'll be like, hey, look, we gotta make sure you understand the strict African bylaws of what an ethnic household got to be like, because we ain't doing.
We got the 12 commandments for you, young lady. We got to get your game.
I gotta get your game up. Right. Like, grades are the most important. It's where we start. Are we on the same page?
Right. I would. Yeah. Now that I think about it even more. Yeah, it does start with the woman that you are actually having kids with as well, too.
It takes a unit, right? Because you're going to have...
And also, real quickly, just debunking that whole stereotype about, fatherless homes and all this other stuff. I want to be able to break that. I don't want to be a pathology of that. I want to make sure that I raise my kids properly with the woman that I want to be with. Even if we're not together, co-parenting has to be great, specifically. So I want to break that type of stereotype that, this... fatherless homes, bull crap, and all that other stuff. I want to be able to break that.
No, I'm 100% on the same page. It's like, look, if I've always been, no matter what, a kid pop up, it's my responsibility.
Absolutely.
Right? And and I have no justification, no reason, no rationale as to why it can't be my situation. Right.
Absolutely.
Like push comes to shove, could I afford it nowadays? Hell no. But would I make it work? Yes. And that's my whole thing too, where it's like, I don't ever want. I don't mean this in a negative way, but there will be a better chance of that kid being a single, being raised with a single father than he'll ever have a chance of me not being around.
Sure,
that makes sense, right?
That's true.
Just in terms of that's how much I would want to be a part, and that I'd want to make sure that they have that sort of perspective, and also how important it is that when you have both of those parties fluidly, concurrently
Absolutely.
Present there as well. But I think that when you have when people have kids with each other, you got to make sure that you're on the same page with the person, that you're intending to have kids with, or and I keep it $150 with y'all. like, of course, even when I was on the streets and I was out there on the streets, I still do. That's what that first date. I was not a one night first night take home. Okay. I gotta evaluate. And you don't know somebody off
really?
That. Oh, 100%.
You ain't shooting upside that club on the first night?
No. I'm evaluating. We're having a conversation because if any accident happens, I need to at least know there is a bare minimum.
So TJ's asking, what's your name? What you do for a living and what that mouth do? Is that what you asked?
No, stop that. No, but you can ask, like, man, I mean, I don't put my business out there, but like, now you could ask, like, man, I'd be like, girls be thrown off because they'd be like, oh, no, I'm not taking you. You do not learn where I live.
Right. You don't want to live on the first night.
Yes,
no, absolutely not.
You don't want to live on the second. I don't know who you are.
Your place.
And not to say that you know a person then, but it's like, to me, I'm just like, if there's a role that I have to take, I got to know this person, at least at the bare minimum.
But see, wait, that sounds like you're looking for somebody like, foundational wise, like, you know what? I'm looking for somebody I may potentially be able to date.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
If I can't date you, like, if I ain't going, like, this is me just being real.
Okay. Let's do it.
I ain't gonna sleep with you if I couldn't date you. Like, that's how that's fair. And it's not even necessarily like I want to date that person.
Yeah.
It's necessarily like, hey, look, that's the standards I hold myself to.
Okay.
You know, I'm like,
you're a romantic. I see you.
No. I'm not actually. I evolved to be, but I just be like, yo, look, if I'm pursuing someone drunkenly or not, if you're attractive whenever we're on that first interaction, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to, you're gonna want to see me again in a more appropriate setting anyway. Okay. But then I'll still be like, and yeah, don't get it twisted. It ain't like it ain't happening. Yeah. But I would say 99%, 999% of the time. Okay. That's a no. I'd be like, but it's like, nah, yeah, I hold myself to a standard.
Exactly, Serenity. As long as them cheeks are popping, we all good. Come through.
No, I literally like, but that's how I felt. So just that said,
yeah.
Nowadays when it's like too many, how to put it, I ain't gonna be the person who's gonna be like, hey, nah, because it always different. Like it's fine to have different people are gonna be different, right? So different values are what's gonna happen. But you gotta be like foundationally, there's gotta be some sort of uniformity as to how you guys want to approach any sort of kid.
And this is just for, I mean, dating wise, but this is just like the standard that you set for yourself for even one night stands or just like an encounter, basically, in other words.
I mean, you can't control an encounter, but like I am the type who's like, hey, look, I don't care how hot you are. You say something crazy, I'm gonna know. Hey, again, conscious, sober me is saying this. So I don't know.
Right. I don't know how we're going to be drunk.
Yeah, I don't know TJ.
I don't know how we're going to be drunk. Look, all I know is, look.
But conscious and so, and I'm kidding. Seriously, that's usually how I operated. Okay. And I mean, I like any girl who I've dated usually would like, I think they could verify that too. Michaela, I mean, like my current girlfriend, like, we, not like that, but it's like, no, like she was like, oh, you were super like
cautious,
slow, cautious. Yeah. Like you hung out with me very sporadically. I was like, yeah, because A, you were my priority at that time. B, I mean,
cut that out, kid. Cut that
out. B, Serenity, like, go be out there.
Go be out there.
Go be out there. And I don't blame anybody who does. I mean, that's how everyone has different approaches.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I'm just, you never know, and I just wanted to make sure that if I get got, I'm gonna get into an okay situation.
You don't want to be DJ Academics on these streets, get some randoms at home. Man, you don't want to be that. But what you have, that standard, I am the complete antithesis of that.
You are the Antichrist.
I am the Antichrist of that. I'm being honest. Look, if a girl come to the club with no drawers on, she got that red. All I learned is women with color hair, they got that fire. They can be crazy as shit, but they got that fire.
That don't mean I ain't fun.
That means everything.
That don't mean I ain't fun. All right, look, relax. That means I'm playing chess. Y'all niggas playing hopscotch. We're playing two different games.
If I get a sense you got that dress from Fashion Nova, you coming home 2 nights. Because I know how cheap that material is.
No,
I know. We know. Come on now.
Hey, it's 2 different games. They both fun.
Boy, am I just a scoundrel? Am I the scoundrel of the show?
No, yes.
Shut up.
But no, I went like, and granted, this was like, I had my times. Again, you
don't try to be nice. We have our whole faces.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I did not say that. Let me phrase that. Look, I did not say that. I've been on air saying that. I was on the streets before. I just meant usually.
Right.
99% of the time. That's how I'm trying to approach it.
Okay.
And if you were breaking out them brackets, then damn, you must have won and died me.
Lord,
I'll tell you, like, you know, I'll put it this way. One girl came up to me and she was like, "No, you are attractive. I would like to go home." And I was like, oh, I was thrown off. I never had a girl approach me.
Don't mind if I do.
And I said, your confidence has won me over.
Right.
I said,
Come on. You know what you want, and you went exactly
she was
for
like,
it.
she was like, pretty much you're the, she tried to was like, the only person who can mess this up is you. And I said,
right.
Damn, I've never been
speechless.
I've never been told like
she got him.
She was dope. But because we all got after that. But it was like, no, it's like, so it can be broken. You just gotta come at me in a
different way.
Throw me
way.
off.
Look,
you come respectfully.
Look, you come at me, the penis comes right out. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. I am a gentleman at the end of the day. I'll walk you to your car.
Stop it. Get out of here. But I think that is interesting because, and also, time out, let me take a step back here. When you first date someone, because I need to clear this. I need to clear this. I need to clear this.
Okay.
I've said this before on there. I'm like, look, no, my current girlfriend was not my number one priority on our first date because it was our first date.
Fair. It's a date. Yeah. It's not a relationship as a date.
Yeah. So some people are like, oh my goodness. You gonna say, I'm like, no, because you became a priority after we went on some more dates.
Right. It's like a Final Four bracket. You came out the champion, okay? You went out on top.
Because I was like, look, we were originally dating each other. I don't want to put all the story out there. We were originally dating each other. I know she was. I was like, I know, like, you know, I am.
Right.
We were dating.
Yes.
It was like, okay, cool. This actually was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But you know, I wasn't ready to be tried down. So
you had your options.
But still, you know, that changes when you're like, okay, cool. You know, went on 2-3 dates. You're like, I really like this person.
Yeah.
I'm a switch. You know, you move it up on the calendar. You moving up. You switching like your priorities, and that's how it works. Some people are like, you weren't just head over heels on us. Like, no, I wasn't.
No. That's why you have options. We're mature. And by the way, what if they have no car or radio Raheem? Walk them to the curb. Get them an Uber.
Yeah, I said Uber.
Lyft. And if they don't have money for it, I don't know what to tell you.
No, I'd be like,
I'm kidding. No, I'm not.
You're not.
You can go anywhere. You can go to the gas station up the street, but you can't stay here.
No, I mean, that's like the whole thing. It's like, that's again, like, I can count on one hand how many people I brought back to my place. My place was sacred. I was like, I was not a person. You could not come see where I lived. I don't know you like that, but also you got to be like your name has to be in the credits. You got to for you to show like
not the movie credits.
Yeah. You got to your name, like if you knocking on the door and people cheering, like that's when you're actually like that's when you can see my
live
place.
Studio audience.
Yeah, live studio audience, and so I operated like Batman. I was like, just disappeared. Like, oh, how you getting back home? You ain't got to worry about that.
Right. Gone. I'm like, yeah. But now that we're older, of course, he's in a relationship. I'm not. But there's standards that you set for yourself over time. Like, I'm not out here in the streets. I'm actually just like quiet by myself. I take to myself. That's pretty much it.
Oh, I tell people all the time, if this relationship, you know, for some odd, forsaken God reason, didn't work out. Mm-hmm. I would be by myself, dog. Said, not to say anything wrong with the relationship. More so, it's like I was like it's a lot to give to somebody else.
Absolutely,
and you learn to appreciate how much like you had. Because I never had a relationship before this one. I was like, oh yeah, I take time for myself. This helped me realize I'm not a serial monogamist. I'm not serial seeing people anything.
Right.
I like being alone.
But you've for so long conditioned yourself in saying, okay, this is my life as a single man. Now I have to be concerned not only with myself, but with someone else.
Someone else's emotions.
Sometimes, yeah.
And that adjustment takes time.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I've been with my girl for 4 years, so it ain't none. We're good. Mm-hmm. And things have been going great and all that too. But that's all the time. It's like that adjustment, like that doesn't stop.
Wow, absolutely.
It doesn't stop. Like, because you know, like you have to be willing and able to put in that effort, that work, and things of that nature. And also, again, when people say, I have to preface this by saying, you know, like relationships, anything can happen. So I just, you know, that's why I'm always like, hey, look, I don't want my relationship to end.
So are you like a Jesus take the wheel type person when it comes to the relationship? It's just like, you know what?
No, I mean,
happens.
Oh, well, no, I got goals, and things of that nature.
course.
No timelines associated with things because that puts pressure.
True.
But things have been going good, and we want to focus on going good. And as long as we're both having the best intent for each other in the relationship, that's going to go for as long as it can go. And that's the most important part. And then, natural things follow that suit. There's a reason we've been together for 4 years during COVID times.
That's the toughest times.
Tough.
Yeah.
Like our anniversary's next month.
You got battle scars now.
Yeah. Fucking, I was in the hyperbolic time chamber, dog. I was in there. I was, and to go from being a loner type to being I can only see one person primary, because I was not on the streets during COVID. I was like, yo, seeing one person, that's it.
Yeah.
Woo, you learn. So,
Yeah.
but all of those things, I tell in a positive way, right? Have come from. I appreciate so many things about being able to be with somebody, being able to live with someone, being able to have someone in your court. On the same note, I also appreciate things. I'm like, oh, there's it's not a grass screen on the other side type of thing. It's like, hey, lifestyles are just totally different.
Absolutely.
And what you appreciate, what your perspective shifts after being in a relationship, after not having a relationship, after both ways. And I said, hey, my projector switched.
Opposites do attract.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and because before when I was by myself, I was like, oh yeah, I always wondered what it was like to be in a relationship. Now I've been in a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool.
Okay.
Now I know
on my list.
Yeah, now I know what both sides is like.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, look, I think I'd still carry a lot of the slow approach, and I'd probably even be slower. In a way, more so slower with my time. Yeah. Hey, look.
Oh, yeah.
We taking our time.
Your time is valuable, my man. Absolutely.
so-
2026 market, they will get married.
Yes, nah, don't start putting on dates.
She's not watching the show, is she?
She wouldn't. Again, also, let me tell y'all this. If you hear anything I'm saying here, I do not switch up when I go home. I hate that.
Yeah.
I am 100% myself with Kayla, when I'm with people.
Absolutely.
It's the one thing that I will hold myself accountable
yourself
for.
on. Absolutely.
Yeah, I will never, ever switch it up. So, of course, I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot.
Right.
I'm not going to poke a bear when she's having a bad day.
Get out. Okay.
But-
Yes, ma'am.
But I'm not a person who's the way you talk to your partner is different, right? I mean, you have to be cognizant, careful, all those kinds of things.
Absolutely.
Filled with care, not careful. I don't want to say that. But I don't switch up the way I talk or the how I approach our conversations. Because everything I've said before, she's heard.
Yeah.
And she hears my tone. She knows our approach. And because I'm always weirded out when people are like, oh, when you have those friends who are totally different person when they're with somebody.
Absolutely.
And they're totally different when they're by themselves.
But I've seen it before.
And that's just not who I'm like.
It's not cool because and not to cut you off, it kind of drives in some ways a wedge in some ways.
Well, it's just, I'm like, oh man, are you being your 100%? And I'm
Right.
saying you don't have to be 100% all the time. Hey, look, at the end of the day, if I'm with the homies,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be different
Right.
than when I'm with my girl. But there's some people who have a radical difference, and so I'm like, yeah,
True.
And
and it's kind of a weird thing to actually see because you think to yourself, you did this adjustment just so you can be able to be with someone that seems off.
Yeah,
Right? So yeah, you want to be authentic yourself and have that person accept you for who you are. I know we sound like a fucking broken book and Oprah, but I'm just saying you shouldn't have to switch up to be with someone at all. Some compromise, but not personality changing wise.
No, there's compromise, and that's I'll put it this way, right? I'm much more of a private person, right?
Same.
So my girl was like, she was willing to have arguments in public, about some other. I was like, okay, look.
Wait till we get to the call.
Yeah, for this to work, for this to be, you understand? It's like, I will always listen to you,
Right.
one-on-one, all that kind of stuff. If you're upset, come to me and talk to me.
Yeah.
But subject matter matters. It's like, not everybody got to know all these business. But that's the kind of thing. But when it turns into personality traits, no, you should be able to be now granted, if your partner's if these are things where you're trying to get better on and that's what you're switching up on, that's good.
Absolutely.
If you're making improvements to yourself and your partner's pushing you to be a better person in certain aspects, totally fine.
Absolutely.
But if they're taking away some authentic notions of yourself, right, and making you switch up, it's like, hey, you can't even the way you joke, the way you banter, the way you do different things is totally different. That's where
different.
I'm like, I don't want you to, I don't want you to have to feel like that, or at least I hope people don't feel like that in a relationship.
Yeah, I don't want to be like that in my relationship, but at the same time, it's just like this is where that time after a relationship, if you go through a breakup, this is the important time, that gray area where you need to really fix yourself and actually kind of do some digging inside specifically before you jump into another relationship. I've seen people do the same bad shit in a previous relationship and move that over into the next relationship. And it's just like...
If you aren't taking a pause, if you aren't having a hit switch between relationships, you need to reflect on yourself.
You're really fucking up that relationship. You're already off to a bad foundation.
Because I could not imagine, and granted anything can happen, but I could not imagine taking all of this, like, you know, this emotion, compassion, all of this energy.
Yeah.
Having a whole total heartbreak in the immediate next month. I was so the hell no. You need to cook. You need time to cook, compress, relax.
I've seen people like that. I'm like, how do you just jump from person to person? Don't you want to give it time before you get some more dick? Like,
or give it out.
Right, give it out.
Oh yeah, yeah, you know, give out with it. Like you gotta.
Damn.
It's like, but no, I mean, and to your point, Moby Corbin. Yeah, I mean, if somebody has you switching up, I be thinking about your partner. Tell them like, oh, why they got you switching up like that? But usually, hopefully, this
has become like the relationship.
Yeah, in TJ and Jordan's relationship corner.
Right. Not crossing the legs.
Crossing the legs, right, Quinn?
Come on, Dr. Phil.
Value yourself.
Right.
Kids are great if you want them, and if you don't, hey, more power to you too.
And if you feel like fucking fuck.
Yeah, and you know, in a relationship, always be your authentic self.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, see, you have cases like that.
Now, wait a minute. You just now telling this man as he is married?
That is, you're not a good friend if you didn't get your homie checked out.
Wait a minute now. He didn't already got married. You should have told him this before he put on the wedding ring. Excuse me?
Oh yeah, you gotta, like, if your friend, and some people are tough on this, I get it, but it's like, if your friend ain't got the gall to tell you, like, if you don't do the homie check, be like, hey, is she cool?
Don't cross the legs over the What you saying? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying, if your friend ain't putting like, hey yo, I don't know about this, dog.
Drop that knowledge on my head. What are you trying to tell me? Okay, oh, all right.
Because I mean, as a friend, you should listen. I know, granted, let me be real here. Some people in relationships are hard-headed.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
You'd be like, girl,
you're an immovable object,
homie. Yo, look in the light. Look at it. Look at you trying to avoid it. Look into the fucking light. But yeah, you don't just tag that in.
Right,
you don't tag that in that late. At that point,
the title done already changed from girlfriend to fiance. Like
the wife.
Yeah, right. Not the wife. Like, come on, man. Like that's a bad friend.
The friend said, "Oh, he already knew." Okay. So.
Oh, he already knew. Okay.
Oh, so then.
But did he wait till now to tell him, or did he told him before, didn't listen, then brought it back up again?
How you gonna put my business out there on a Jubilee video like that? How you gonna do me like that?
Not them calling you out today. It's a Thursday. Y'all lay off, please. Not today.
Yes, y'all can't do that to me. Well, we've been having a good time kicking it in the start. The relationship corner is always open.
That's a good fucking topic conversation right there.
Of course, it was a great time.
Okay.
Dropping some knowledge, dropping some inner machinations, and whew.
Now on to the
black.
The Negro news.
So just stop it. We gonna get canceled shit on the show. That's what's gonna happen. Someone gonna tune into the wrong episode. Friends get brutally honest. Oh gosh. Okay, time out. Let me reverse that. I don't want to get brutally honest with my friends. You know what I mean? I like to be honest.
But brutally honest?
Nah,
you got to have a real good relationship with them to. I mean, don't have a good relationship with your friends already, but to be brutally honest.
Nah,
get ready for hands.
I'll be honest with you. You got to be softly honest with me. Come at me brutally.
Come on, you with the kid gloves? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I need just like not boxing gloves, sock and boppers. Okay. All right.
More cushion.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, more fun than a pillow fight. That's the level of violence I need. I'll listen to you.
Look,
you come at me strong though. I'm be like, hey, what you got to say? Now I'm defensive, and now I'm sad.
Tensed up. He's tensed up. Them shoulders go up. Like, what you got to say? What you trying to tell me?
Okay, look, I cannot get derailed because cheating is a wild topic, and that's a whole different conversation. But if you, I said, you want to know the true start of a supervillain origin for what mine would be?
Sorry. Go ahead.
I've always said, I don't even want to get into my stance on cheating. It's just not the point. I just say, look, cheat in my house. Cheat on my shit. Boy, I am going full Thanos. I'm going super villain. No villain on this planet. I know what would turn me. I know how mentally I would collapse. Not cheating's one thing. On my shit?
On my sheets?
Oh, no.
Not the silk sheet.
Not the silk sheets? Not TJ walking in and seeing some nigga eating Papa John's on his couch.
He's getting mad.
Right?
Bro,
Boy, y'all better stop this shit. Y'all getting this nigga heated today. Stop it, okay?
Bro, I've always...
In front of the power line post.
Yeah,
Right.
dog.
Boy.
I just know. I know what would happen. I know how I would snap. Like as a person, like there would be a part of me lost that would never come back. Like
just standing there for 1 minute, just looking into space. Girl, I know you just didn't bring this motherfucker in my house.
Yeah, don't get me.
Look, that is a separate topic because cheating is tough. I've been there. I've been the one that had been cheated on and have cheated as well too. It's tough
Get
position.
Get out that seat. Get out that seat.
Give him the belt. but I've been in both positions. It's not great. You feel like shit at the end of the day, no matter what.
Hey man, look, I never done it. Hopefully never will. But I also know there's circumstances, conversations, and a lot of different scenarios. And I just say how I can react to it. Not how I react to other people, but how I react to it.
So let me ask you this. Small cheating question.
Sure.
Overbalanced relationship.
Okay.
You're doing more than she's giving to you.
Okay.
Do you think that gives you license?
No.
Nope.
No, it doesn't. Have a conversation and break it off. Or be like, people need to be real enough to have conversations that are not fun.
Fair.
Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Sammy?
If you signed up for a relationship, you don't have to. And if you signed up for the goddamn relationship and you don't have the whatever, huevos, lack thereof, just the gall, the soul to have a fucking conversation about something, don't be in a relationship. That's it. Done.
Sammy, what about you?
Say it again.
Sammy like, I don't give a shit. He's mad.
So you're in a relationship, hypothetical, overbalanced relationship where you're doing more than what she's giving to you. Does that give you permission to say, you know what, fuck that. If I'm doing the most, I should be able to cheat.
Break up.
Oh.
You break up.
Thank you.
No.
Am I?
Here's my stance on cheating. Mine's very easy.
Come on over.
No, I'm just gonna do it. Cheating is like the easiest shit.
It's so easy.
Absolutely.
Cheating's easy as shit because in my approach, and I'm gonna say this off camera, you should always be giving the best you got in a relationship. And so as long as you're doing your part and they cheat on you and they fuck around in your bed, eat your Cheez-Its out of your fucking pantry and use your socks, use your spare socks, then you can walk away cold as ice. And one, nobody can blame you. And two, you'll feel good about it because you know you did everything you're supposed to do. So as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, as long as you're not giving no half-ass efforts, no half love, no flirting around, no doing no nastiness elsewhere, you're fine. Okay. So if she cheats, if she's opening my Capri Suns for him and shit,
Or him.
and my fruit roll-up, he's eating my fruit roll-ups out of my fucking snack drawer by my bed. That's not my fault.
What?
What? Oh, you never had a snack drawer by your bed?
No, do you have
You
one
gotta
now?
get one. Oh,
If you got some
snack drawer
snacks in
by
there
my
now?
bed. No, I ate all the snacks.
God damn it.
I gotta restock.
I do not have it.
People need to donate to themexcellence to refill my snack drawer.
Okay, so we have
So yeah, don't fucking cheat, you fucking dummies.
two honorable men.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Oh man, like
What are they saying?
no, like this has become such a broad topic.
Oh my God.
Because already
You can't even start the fucking show.
no, we can't even talk about black shit.
Hey,
Excellence coming soon, and I mean that
Yes.
very, very soon. Also, we gotta do an ad at some point. I'll do it for you guys.
I got it. It's cool.
Okay, both of them.
Yes, we will
You
talk
gotta do
about
both?
Yeah, I'm not running out of time.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start the show. I didn't want to open up a can of worms, but this is a great topic. To me, a great topic. Don't have me on the show. I'll be the most biggest scoundrel on this fucking show.
Don't be silly. Protect your willy.
I put it. Deep points, Randy. Like I said, I don't know how I'd react if I'm openly cheated on. But hopefully, again, this is why you want to be with and you don't know how people can change. People can change.
Absolutely.
And
Give them
like,
credit. They probably could change.
But I try and tell people all the time. Man, that's why I like to qualify very early. I'm like, hey, please, if I'm dating you, just know you don't want to be in a situation where I find out I'm getting got.
All right. Don't let me be the last to know, and everybody else knows before I do.
Don't let me be the last to know. Cause just trust me, you don't want that.
You don't want them problems.
I have someone who has AdSense knowledge. And what I mean by that is I know how to make campaigns on social media platforms. You do not need to.
Not getting revenge posts on Facebook. Oh my God. Look, ladies, y'all hear that? Dudes like that will get your ass later on. Karma will come back.
Oh my God.
This is a great time. We got to do this next week.
Excellence, you free this weekend?
Oh, it's this weekend?
We're doing a. Well, hold on, I'll tell the people.
Have these topics been
It'd
confirmed?
be quick. No, but yeah, one of them. We're doing a recording jam this weekend.
Okay.
So we can get some content for Patreon because we need cash because we have an editor. No, I'm gonna tell them. We need cash because editors are expensive and I'm poor because I'm moving. And we're going to have a new studio next month and we need cash. But more importantly, we've been wanting to give you guys more content. But we're doing a recording jam, so we have content to feed out to you over the course of time. And it's going to be a real inexpensive entry to join as I've done it. So, yeah, I look forward to that. But Sexcellence will be on Behind the Paywall. So look forward to that. And Jordan looks like he's game, and I think Marcos was on. And
Dick and balls, let's go.
And maybe Tommy. So we'll figure it out. But we will be talking about digging balls, as it were. So look forward to that. TJ looks scared about Patreon, but it's okay. I'll do it.
I'm not scared.
We need the cash.
No, stop. No, stop it.
Give us your money now. Donate now.
This is
if you don't fucking stop. You'll listen to me. We'll fucking stop doing the show. Give me cash. Don't even Venmo at me. Don't even donate it to the Mexcellence. Don't even put it as bits. Venmo me, PayPal, a Cash App,
Hey,
Google Fiber. I don't know. Figure it out.
that's Hispanic.
What's the Apple one? That's going bankrupt.
Oh, Apple Pay?
Yeah. Give me that.
They're going bankrupt? What?
Tap my wallet. TJ. Let them decide how serious I am. Don't be so.
I'm all about the
Don't tell them I'm being
sex.
serious.
I'm not even on camera.
I know. Look at your face.
I'm not on camera.
Show your face.
He like, he
See,
don't-
look at that's the type of guy who is thinking I'm being real when he knows I am, but I'm really not. But if I'm not, I am.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody donated. Look at see, be like that person.
I'm on cheating too. Like you caught me on the worst time.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me be your Sancho. Give me all the money you'd give your Sancho. I'll be your cheater. Be like, here's $50 for my honey bun. I don't care. My girl will be okay with me getting free cash because she's gonna get nice dinners after this. So there you go.
Serenity, no.
Serenity, give me
He
cash.
says, just get an OnlyFans, Sammy. # gay for pay. You know what? See, that's what opened the door.
He'll show his feet.
I'll show my feet.
Show his feet stomping on a HEB cheesecake.
Because it doesn't do anything for me. I'm down. Anything for me. You can cut this at any time, TJ. You can stop this by pressing.
No, I'm letting this happen.
Oh no.
Just keeping it real.
I'll squash feet stuff for like
Give me the ad box so I can just do it before we get to the show.
$1,800 for some squash.
Where the ad box?
Yeah, where the Mexcellence? I'm not the Manscaped box. I'm gonna do that before we get
We
to
don't
the.
have a box. It's just
Okay, cool. Wait, which one?
It's just we'll go to fade black.
Fade to. Well, I'm gonna do it in a second.
Right
This is
there.
pre-show. It's pre-show
Right
stuff.
there.
Hey, before we get into the Blaxcellence, I have to talk about our lovely sponsor. And especially since we just came off of Valentine's Day, we're heading into spring. When you're thinking about spring, you're thinking about spring cleaning. Where better to start than on yourself, right? And I know my hair getting a little overgrown, a little scruffy around the edges. I haven't been doing a good job of leveraging our lovely, lovely partner, Manscaped.com, the best in men's grooming. Now, If you've been a fan of The Excellence, you've watched our shows, which if you haven't, come on, you should be doing that all the time. You already know that we love Manscaped so much. We do. They've been an amazing partners from boxers to from the boxers to the actual hair and grooming products to the cologne to even the performance package. It's been an amazing time. It's been a wonderful solution, and there's so many options that you can get in terms of their products. Now, I personally am privy towards the Platinum Package 5.0, where you get everything, literally everything. We're talking from the shaver, from the lawnmower 5.0, the weed whacker 2.0, all the way down to the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, the body wash, and even the deodorant refined in its scent. And one of the best things about Manscaped is they don't try and switch up their scents as you go across their, product street. As you go across their products, you have one uniform Manscaped cologne smell that carries through. And so as you're using everything, it really just elevates to a symphony of goodness. But that said, it's not just for men out there. It says Manscaped, but it's for your ladies. So ladies, if you like being clean shaven, my girl has a set for herself, you get a Manscaped. And if you want your guys to smell good too, I'd get it for them too. But all of this is possible with coupon code MEX20. That's right. That's coupon code MEX20. You know what does coupon code MEX20 get you? That's 20% off and free shipping. 20% off and free shipping on all this goodness here. Not only that, that can be used at any time. So if you use it today, tomorrow, next week, the week after, use it any given time to save 20% off with coupon code MEX20. Go on to manscaped.com, find something you like. If you need a recommendation, always feel free to reach out to us. Every single one of us have their own preference in product, and so we'll give you what we prefer. But ultimately, it all starts with going to manscaped.com and typing in coupon code MEX20. Now, at the end of the day, we'll thank you, we'll appreciate you, we'll love you. But most importantly, your balls or lack thereof. Well, thank you. We'll be back, actually properly starting the show.
Hey, folks. It's Sam. I'm interrupting the program some point in the middle of it because I care about sex. And I have sex, surprisingly. You know what? The rumors are true. The rumors are true. I have biblical times. Now, here's the thing, folks. I'm 33 years old. I'm still in my prime when it comes to all that. And you know it. Oh, you see it every day, I'm sure, just by the look in my eye. But I ain't what I used to be. I ain't good as I once was, but I was once good as I ever was. I think that's a country song. Speaking of country, Keith, put this in where the country music is. Darius Rucker. Anyway, so what that means is, you know what? I used to go like forever. You know, I lost my virginity at a later age, so I was like ready to go forever. I didn't know if it was ever going to happen to me again. If a girl just said, yeah, that's cool. That happened one time. And I was like, oh my God, it took so long for this to happen. When is it never going to happen again? And so I just took every opportunity I could. And now I got a little bit of game. Now I have someone, who loves me and stuff. And I also know that I don't have to give like everything all at the one time. Sometimes it's an endurance game. Sometimes you just want a little extra pep in your step, a little go in your flow. And that's why we use our friends at Joy Mode. That's right. If you go to use Joy Mode, you can get yourself the Sexual Performance Booster. And the Sexual Performance Booster is exactly what it says. The Sexual Performance Booster is a little sachet, and you put it in your beverage about 45 minutes before you presume, always consent, but presume you may have some exciting times, or you're about to work out, or you just need a little extra vigor. You need a little extra blood flow in your body, and you want to just go to do the thing, the call to action, if you will, whatever call to action that is. You just want a little more thrust, if you will. Well, go ahead and get that Sexual Performance Booster in your body, and it'll get you the nice little pump that you need, and helps a healthy blood pressure and erectile function. It helps with some cardiovascular health, supports it anyway, athletic performance in and out of the gym, and it does all of this with natural ingredients. And if you go to usejoymo.com/MEX20, you can read all of those ingredients, and you can get 20% off and free shipping off of the Sexual Performance Booster. That's right, 20% off and free shipping, because you're a fan of the Excellence, and Excellence is a fan of Joy Mode. So be sure to do all that. Be sure to get your packets now. And that way, you can have the best time of your life. Yeah, you missed Valentine's Day. If you didn't have it on Valentine's Day, ask the people who got it for Valentine's Day. So, go to usejoymode.com/max20 and get yourself the sexual performance booster. Get your body going, get your body right, get your body tight. And save 20% off and free shipping. Let's go! Max20, usejoymode.com. Thanks, y'all. Be right back after these additional commercial breaks. We're right back to the show. Like I said, never tell, you never know.
Oh shit, black people. What?
I forgot about the show. Oh shit, black people.
Black people. Now again, what black people out there? What up? To another episode of the Blaxcellence. If you've been here, if you've been kicking it since the pre-show, then this ain't nothing new. But if you are new here, welcome to the start of our show.
Do that every time on every Blaxcellence show. You hear me? That is the perfect opening. Black people.
Hey man, I had to tee them up. I had to know what we're talking about.
I feel like BET News. Black people.
Dear black people. But my name is TJ. I'm your host of the Blaxcellence Podcast, where we talk about everything black related. What is it? Black
culture?
Correlated. What are the synonyms with related and correlated? Tangentially black. We talk about anything that leads to black excellence. And it seems like, someone keeps on finding their milk and finding their way back home because said he left for milk and then said, I actually came back.
Not the fatherless household until I got the milk.
What up, Jordan? You here?
Who's Jordan? Today is Muhammad Shabazz.
Give me my bean pie, brother.
Give me my bean pie.
Scoot over.
Great, yeah. Actually, Calamity, you got it right. Grand Rising, my brothers.
Right.
All right, y'all. So Jordan's here. There's no Tommy today. Tommy had to do some work, and that happens. That's totally fine. I know for sure that I've had to miss out on shows.
He's doing that work?
No, he has actual work.
Oh, okay.
But no, I know I've had to miss shows because of work, so no fault to him. But hey, that means me and you get to get a little intimate today.
Okay.
We had a whole relationship conversation at the start of the show.
And it was a great conversation starter, too.
I feel like it was. Now, granted, we got plenty more of those type of topics coming up. You'll just have to see where. But also, I think that really appreciate everyone for chiming in and having a great time in the pre-show.
Absolutely.
As always, I feel like the pre-show is its own show, and if you're not here early to participate in that, you're missing out on a good chunk of what happens before the Blaxcellence lights turn on. Well, time out. It's the Blaxcellence, so the lights turn off. Lights.
When white folks' lights go out, they panic.
I don't know how to describe that. But for today's topic, so because Tommy wasn't available, I was like, you know what, Jordan, I don't want to inundate you with a super serious conversation.
Why not?
Not that. It's more so because it's our first one-on-one show.
I can be Monique and Precious.
It's not that. And no, you can't because you hate Monique, so I know you wouldn't anyway. But what I would say is, Tommy has had plenty of the fun, off-the-cuff topics on our one-on-one Blaxcellence episodes. And I felt like, you know what? As one of the few and our very first one that we've got to do just one-on-one together, I want to make sure you have that opportunity too. That doesn't mean on our next Blaxcellence we ain't going like if it's just me and you, then we'll do something serious. Like that's what we do. But I was like, you know what? Let's let you get a little bit of fun. Let you be as authentic as you want to be.
Absolutely.
Not as authentic as last show, but
tone it down a little bit. Okay.
But yeah, we gonna start. And so today's Black News, it's the variety show. We talk about everything.
Wait. Before we start, I want to give 2 shout outs here. First shout out, Beyonce being the first black woman.
Stop it.
That's a topic?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to leave that alone.
No, save your shout outs.
I'll save the shout outs.
Save your shout outs because they're black topics.
Okay.
That's a variety show, sir.
Okay, I will.
Okay, good.
Well, the second one is not too much of
go ahead.
a topic. Big shout out to this gentleman here, a big part of our community. Today, he was actually diagnosed with dementia. So I want to give a shout out to our civil rights icon, Wendy Williams.
Oh, God. You said...
Come on, Sammy. You know that I had to throw that joke in there. Come on. Wendell Williams. Let's go.
Sammy, you can be the Blaxcellence party today. Get him off the air. We gonna get canceled.
look, he about to get up.
I said you getting in trouble. I told you to keep it. I told you to keep it down today.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, hell no. What's up, dogs?
Okay, I'm gonna shut down the show.
Right, I was like, oh shit.
Y'all down with the screets?
I hate this. I hate what I've invited here. Okay,
Yeah, I mean.
but
Is that what that is? Y'all, I mean.
to a higher extent, we get to talk about and celebrate Black culture and Black excellence today. And actually wanted to start off with Queen Bee
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
The ma'am, the miss, and the legend.
Rakeem said, Sam,
Sam, go to bed. Now, Beyonce out here, as talented as she is, can do anything. And, you thought we were, because last week we talked about Alicia Keys. Beyonce, gorgeous
Age.
as well.
Oh my God.
Like fine wine times the finest of wines. Not Fredericksburg wine.
Not Shuttle Home?
Yeah,
Shuttle
no,
Home?
from Italy wine. Hey, Shuttle Home get you through some tough times.
Not
right?
Barefoot?
Hey, barefoot tastes good sometimes, right? Don't you judge barefoot wine like that. I'm gonna need you to stop, right? Everyone needs a little barefoot sometimes.
Everybody needs one.
But Beyonce been out there putting in work. She dropped some tracks, dropped a whole album, and she's actually topping the charts as she becomes the first Black woman to
Yeah.
top the country charts with Texas Hold'em. And that,
Wait, how do you feel about that?
well, A,
Because I know you're probably not a big country person. I wouldn't put country in your top 5.
I love
maybe.
Darius Rucker. I didn't know I needed you so. My, you don't know. I was in a fraternity.
That. Whoa, TJ. Okay. Respect. Respect more.
I was in a Texas fraternity, dog. I wore whitewashed jeans and cowboy boots. All right, I'm from Texas. I love.
Then somehow, who do I know in country that's Black? Darius Ruckus.
I'll be two-stepping. Nah, 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 nah.
All right, TJ.
But if I were to say what I listen to on my free time the mostest, it's that country's not in my top 5. It's
Fair.
I get into moods with country. And when a country song hits, it be hitting.
It do. The lyrics are like deep.
Yeah, and it's like, and sometimes they be like, it's just love. It's just straightforward.
Yeah.
They're like, I like drinking. I like my woman.
Tennessee whiskey.
I like God.
Yeah, right. My God, my guns, and women. Okay.
Whatever topic they choose, they get to sing about it. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes it makes me feel good. You just got to choose the right country singer.
Right.
That's why I chose the Black one.
Yeah, fair.
I was like,
Good option.
Wagon Wheel's great, all right? But I also like, songs like Red Solo Cup. Things like...
Let's have a party.
Yeah.
Let's have a party. Oh, I know about that. Oh, Ripperoonie for Toby Keith. Yeah.
But, how I feel about it in general, first of all, I was hard-pressed to think that, especially with some of the old artists, which makes sense why they went, I get it, that a Black woman hasn't topped the charts ever.
Okay.
I was like... But then I thought about it, I was like, how many Black country singers are there? And then it had me sent an whole existential crisis, because I was like, how many Black country singers in general
We did name a few last week, I think. I think we named a few. I mean, of course, I know Gary Clark Jr. I know about him. I know about the brother that won.
Women.
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 Women-wise? Oh, shit. I don't know. Well, no, there was a host. The first Black host for CMAs was a country singer. I know.
Dude.
Fast Car won for country song. She won.
This is not to say they aren't. This is not to say they aren't there. This is just how much recognition
Yeah.
that the industry does not give them.
There's not a lot of not reparation, golly. There's not a lot of representation.
That's a different subject.
Golly. There's not a lot of representation for black people in country music, for sure.
But now, did my little heart sing? Because I came on here and I said, "Hey, Swifties, y'all all right?" But Beyonce said, "I'm gonna try out country one time in top charts." Just saying, just saying. The queen could throw down anytime she wants to. That did bring me joy to my heart.
Absolutely, when I saw that.
But how did you feel about it, man?
So for starters, I actually like both songs. I wanted her to do a country album, and the reason why I wanted her to do a country album is her experience with country music. It's there, but also her experience with the CMAs. Because, of course, if you remember in 2018, that whole debacle with the Dixie Chicks, and she performed Daddy's Lessons with that. They didn't want her to be there. They had a problem with her performing with the Dixie Chicks. And then on top of that, they actually scrubbed the performance. I don't know if it's there now, but they actually scrubbed the performance from the CMA website. So I really want her to be like, okay, these are my roots. We do have roots in country music. Look up the history of the banjo. But I want her to do a country album. And then on top of that, specifically to hear about, like I said before in the previous episode, to hear about Tracy Chapman winning an award for a song for 35 years ago for the Country Music Awards, that's crazy to me. So yes, we need more representation in country music. The history's there. We just need to show more pride of it.
Dang, you said that with your chest.
I said it with my whole fucking chest, man.
I mean, well, I think especially,
Vicks Vapor Rub and all.
that's how he's able to say it so clearly. The vapors had his voice.
I like the brother, like, I got the message, brother.
Not to your point, right? There's so much talent. And I mean, again, this goes, but I also, to be fair, this is a stereotype that we actually put on ourselves a fair bit too. There's plenty of black artists who may express interest in country, but I take it back to this, right? So I was rocking boots one day.
Nice.
And if you never wear boots, they're actually super comfortable.
I actually bought some boots today.
Like proper cowboy boots or boots?
Proper cowboy boots.
No. Yeah.
They're like
Sharp toe?
boots.
Yeah, okay.
They're round.
The round. Oh, well.
Not the square one.
Yeah, get some sharp. No, the sharp toes. Sharp toes.
Oh, the one that angles? Oh, okay.
Yeah, try that out.
Okay.
But I took about time.
Okay.
After I rocked boots for the first time, I said, I get it. Because motherfuckers are universal. I can be casual. I can be formal. I can be going to the fucking gas station. I can be going to the mall.
Swiss Army knife.
It's like them boots were rocked.
TJ put on the boots. He's like, baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. Immediately.
But I told people, like, so I was walking, just doing my own thing, and like, one of my friends' cousins, he was like, "Oh man, black people don't wear boots, da 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 da." And I was like, man, these motherfuckers are just shoes.
Yeah.
They're just also, the fuck you mean?
Right. I've seen plenty of black folks wear cowboy boots.
That is also part of some of the perception that our culture has against some certain, like, actions and ways that you listen to and rock with. We're a bit more like, the world is accepting in some ways, less accepting in others. But nowadays you probably get less flack if you're like rocking to some different sorts of music, alternative music genres. But I still know plenty of others who'd be like, you live in the country.
Yeah.
Look at you sideways and give out weird looks. And it's like, why?
Yeah. Why the flack? Why the necessary flack that we get if we did listen to different music outside of our stereotypical rap, R&B, hip hop type sound?
I don't just like those things. And I be telling people all the time, it's like, yo, look, brothers who tell me that are also the ones who do not even have a fraction of the music catalog I have in terms of hip hop or R&B. I'm like, okay, I'll be like, no, trust me, I'm well versed in both.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna say, man, these brothers who are talking about this, they can't even read. I was like, shit, TJ.
I don't assume. That's not how I approach my argumentation. But no, they don't have like. I'm like, no, I listen to a wide variety of music. But I'll be sitting there, I'm like, no, I got plenty of depth on R&B and hip hop. Like,
absolutely.
Trust me. But that also doesn't mean I can't like other shit.
Right.
I also can't mean other shit can't be my favorite. R&B is my favorite. It's not even rap. So like at the end of the day, the whole time it's like I listen to more R&B than rap any time of the day.
Nice.
But
thank you for Lucky Day, by the way.
I tell people that, like, when it comes to country, that's why country's just different. It's a different vibe. It can be poppy, it can be regular, but it's literally just a country twang to other songs. That's all it is. It's just a twang.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And there's so many black people in the country. If you've been to Texas, get me around my hometown, and I don't have an accent often. A few times you might see me. If I'm doing some
country twang.
If I'm doing some Texas shit, I will say I put those boots on. You know how when there's more black people around, your voice changes.
Of course.
Which I had to. That's a pause.
Okay. Go, brother. Go.
So I was explaining to people. So someone was like, "Hey, would you talk to me?" You know, a friend who was like, "Would you talk to me like a white person, like in the same way as you would in a group of black people?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Why does that happen?" And I'm like, man, to go into the intricacies of that would require a considerable amount of difficult conversations that I don't feel like getting into. But let me put it at the fundamental level. I drop my guard down when I'm around.
You're around highly motivated people. You drop that guard a little bit.
I drop my guard a lot of bit. And we can be as friends as we want to. It's not about that. It's not even me saying I don't drop my guard around you. It's nothing like that.
Right.
It's just different energy.
Feel
I'll switch my tone. I'll switch what I talk about and how I approach it. And therefore, some of the way that I talk is very different. But I have to do that for work. I have to do that for life. Like you.
But why is that though? Is there a certain intimidation that we give in our tonality of voice that kind of makes people intimidated of us?
No, I would say that when it comes to this, I wouldn't even say it was an intimidation thing. It was just like, oh, it's just a notice of like, oh, like how you speak, how comfortable you speak,
right.
All those things. And it's like,
more articulate, I would say, in some ways. Yeah.
Different sort of articulation. Less about enunciation change.
Yeah.
But I just thought he was like, no, it's like it's not necessarily even like an intimidation thing. It's just it's a mix of things. There's its own subject. But it's like, hey, look, growing up, you're like, hey, when you're in front of XYZ type of people, you have to talk XYZ type of way. Or a lot of parents set you up for that. It's like, okay, cool. I know when I'm talking for a phone interview, I'm talking for a certain thing. Like I have to talk a certain way.
Right.
Therefore, it bleeds into certain perceptions on how I navigate conversation. Even now, and to get even 100% comfortable with my own blackness, that's like in college. So sure. like that's a journey. So. A lot of nuance there.
I was about to say a lot of nuances play in that why we talk a certain way around certain people versus our own people specifically. And I think it's like we make this assumption to the corporate world, like the white people are associated with the corporate world. We have to be a certain specific way, present ourselves a certain way, versus how we are outside of the corporate world where we talk around our own people. So that's always been a thing I've always asked, like, where did that come from?
But I even tell people, like, if you see me on a call with, at work, I do not change my professionalism, and I do not change my professionalism no matter the client. Like, come up to me, I'm gonna treat you right. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna approach you the best way I can.
Absolutely.
The inverse is when I see a black person on the other side of the phone, you can tell. Both of us are like, all right,
deep breath.
Yeah, I can be real with you.
Right.
It's like, and there's just it's a different feeling.
I feel. Yeah, I agree.
That shit. Going back to country.
Fair.
Country. And thank you, Serenity. Country and blues, right? Blues was what we were all about back in the day, and then that transformed as an aspect of country, and then we got excluded out of that for some reason. Yeah. Some people just can't associate. Hey, you know what? This brother's out here
doing the country
music rock. This lovely sister out here doing country music rock, and that's okay. But our own community needs to accept it more too. Where it's like, yo, like country music, all types of music. If a person is excelling in a genre, that's black excellence, and we need to be supporting that. Hence why seeing Beyonce rock and pop it as the first black woman at the top of the country charts, that's
beautiful,
dope, and she deserves all her accolades. Flowers.
If this was like a normal artist doing a crossover, I don't think it would be as big as this. Now you have a big artist who's done not only pop, R&B, house music. Now she's going to country music. So I'm hoping the third and final act will be rock music.
She can do it.
If Tina Turner could do it, she can do it.
If you were an artist, let's say there were 3 genres you'd want to crack into, what would you be?
cracking to besides the normal?
No. It could be one of the normal ones. Might not be one of the normal ones if you.
I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of country like bluegrass. I wouldn't mind doing that. I can be a bluegrass artist. Look at this Negro. Come on, think of me. R&B would be the other one because I love R&B. There's just history behind that. And you know what? Surprise, surprise! I would be an emo kid. When I was a young boy, my father. Come on, y'all.
Jordan, weren't you gonna bang, bro? We're gonna bang, bro.
Get my black eyeshadow. That would be me. That would be me. I would be I would be the extra member of.
You never knew me,
Dad. I would be that guy. Picture me in eyeshadow and a bang. I would look
fingerless gloves.
Yeah, I would look just like Garth Brooks' alter ego, Chris, whatever his name is. I would be that guy. Give me the black wig, that black Karen wig, and them fingerless gloves. I will rock it. That would be me.
Can we make this happen?
Next Halloween.
Who sponsor you? Meg sponsor.
Who your top three will be?
100% R&B, of course.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna put a caveat there. I'm gonna R&B and funk because funk is a genre that just does not get
a lot of attention.
My gosh, when a funk song hits, man, that groove is so different.
A good bass line.
Bro, that's my next project is to try and learn the bass because I just want to.
Right, just go off.
So this is more like I've always been, and this is gonna be very weird. I think video game music, like not 8-bit, but more so like more instrumentation, like
something grand, like a God of War type.
Not
music?
like a God of War, not like opera, more like rock, basic, right? Think of Sonic, think of some shit where like when you say slapping bass, I think of games, bro. I'm like when I talk to like a good OST, bro. Hey, look, they be hitting.
Wait, we're not talking about like Green Island Zone level 1 type music.
Nah, bro. Hey, sometimes people jam, dog. I just like, some video game songs be hitting.
Hey, I agree.
And
for real. Yeah, I agree.
I'd be like, what is it? There was one.
Which one?
There was one that had me bopping. I was like, hey.
What song is this?
No, I mean, there's a lot of different genres to it. But when I think of video game music, what is it? what's something like?
That's my ADHD jumping in. Whenever you said, the first song that jumped in my head when I think of good video game music, I was like, what is that? Never would have made it without you.
I could have lost it. Random thoughts. Dude, Tommy melts when it comes on. It's like
in tears.
It's impossible to get him.
In tears. Jesus.
But now, if I'm ever in a bad mood, that is what I play for myself. But no, so have you heard but like things like, how to put it? Have you ever heard of Persona soundtrack? They get super jazzy. They get super hip hop. They get inspired.
Really?
A lot of video games. Like, first of all, most Japanese organizations, I feel like they trap a black woman somewhere in the basement because they be rocking.
Yeah.
But like when you hear like Last Surprise, you've really never heard that.
I've never heard.
Oh my gosh.
Mind you, I think it was you and JJ. Told me the history behind what season was that of JoJo's Adventure?
Yeah.
With the end credits was a Jodeci song. I said, "Excuse me, what is this?"
See?
Okay.
That's what I said. I'll be working something grandiose like that.
Okay. Oh.
See what I'm saying? I like that. I love that.
So similar to the intro to Cowboy Bebop.
Almost. That's to get some jazzy, something. But even I wouldn't mind leaning a little 8-bit, like a little add a little pop to it.
Okay.
They get a little rocking to it. That's in games, dog.
All right, keep playing that.
Hey.
Like, I got 20 bone getting nothing. Wake no day. That sounds like this.
That sounds, yeah, bro. They be bopping in some games. I be like,
I'm gonna work on it right now.
Oh, got you. Hold up. Hold up. It's Welcome to Masubi's. from Scarlet Nexus, the OST.
I'm definitely listening to that. That is a bop.
That's what I'm saying. That's like, and if you were to look at the game, what it was, it's does it look like what you'd expect? No.
This is like some Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank? Is that what the game is? That's like some shit from that.
I have some work to do.
But no, Sam, how I feel about video game music is how I feel about what is it? City pop.
Oh.
Which is so good. Which have you partaken in city pop? You what?
A whole new world.
You've never no Japanese city pop funk.
No.
Oh, brother.
Wait.
We taking a little bit of we taking a tangent.
Would you consider Cowboy Bebop to be that or no?
No. We have taken a tangent. The Blaxcellence is taken over by music. Yes.
What?
Thank you, Serenity. You helped me out. Nah, dog. When it comes to funk, them people Japanese how to do it.
Surprise, surprise.
Cause when you sit there and you like,
What?
nah, I listen to
One step.
when I say this is one of the classics. Stay with me. You heard that on TikTok, right? I need to send you a city pop
Can we
playlist.
change the theme song to this show to that? I'm okay with doing that.
Oh man, but when I think of city pop with like basses, this is the one I go to. Like Airport Lady. Man, I got a lot of songs for you. I got a lot of
Okay.
I got a lot. Plastic Love is so good. Oh, I'll put on Plastic Love before we switch topics.
Some Earth, Wind, and Fire shit right here. Okay. Send me that.
I need to, and then I'll put
Send me that 8-bit one.
Yeah.
It sound like 24 karat. Oh no, that's what I like. No, I'm sorry. That's what I like. That's the name of the song. That sounds like.
Hold up. I'll put I'll do Plastic.
And Plastic Love. Yeah.
Plastic Love. I got you on one more. And these are like, so Plastic Love, Stay With Me are staples. But Plastic Love is a good one. Man, I'll put you on, dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That sounds like a classic 80s Shaka Khan-esque. Oh my god.
when I say there's a litany, bro, there's and sometimes I like to partake in some edible arrangements, maybe vibe out a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Mix this in with a little bit of Outkast. You don't know what my playlist look like.
Hey.
But 80s, but 80s city pop. Needless to say,
shit.
sorry, it was music I wanted to get into. I can't do 80s city pop, but instrumentals.
That would actually be a good genre for you and JJ, because I think JJ listens to that type of music as well too.
Oh yeah, but now I mean, if you ever are curious, I got 1,000,001 video game OSTs that I make recommendations on, because when I tell you, I will one last time I rock with Masubi because it gets
Yeah. Hey girl, you want a drink?
yeah. You want a drink? You cannot tell me someone in the back of that studio wasn't some brother who's like,
Right.
I'm gonna sneak this in.
Come on, girl, drink this. It'll take away those migraines real well.
Now, Batchy, you haven't missed much. We keep on getting sidetracked with our ADHD minds over here.
God, that was a bop. That's a whole corner right there.
Mm-hmm. So I got a lot of options, but I mean, needless to say,
Fair.
my last genre, I'll put a hyphen there. I'll put city pop,
Okay.
or video game instrumental, whatever works
Okay.
there. But don't get it twisted. I was still, I want to be like Beyonce. I want to be like Beyonce.
It's just a good guitar.
And
Say it with your whole chest, TJ, okay?
bro, if you ever see me in the rain, the moment rain comes down, I be just going outside. It's like, Michaela be like, why are you going out there? And I didn't know I needed you so.
Singing in the rain. I need get on down on his knees. I need you so.
Baby, you
What are you doing, babe? It's raining. Get out of the rain. You're gonna get it cold.
that's music genres you'd see us
Okay.
in.
Yours is better than mine. Shit. I'll take that.
So you can see how offended I am when someone tells me we don't fit into genres music. I'm like, man, I listen to everything and I got recommendations for everything.
Everything.
Except, no, I'm kidding. I need my recommendation. I do.
I think we all do in some ways. We need recommendations on country music because I only know a few. I don't know a lot. Compared to other genres, I do know a lot specifically. But yeah, I need a few recommendations if anybody knows Any black country artists?
Hold up, there's a remix with
what?
with Darius Rucker from. I'll listen to this off there. I saw someone featuring Darius Rucker. I was like, bro, what is he doing over here? Look at this. What's Darius Rucker looks like he's about to drop a bar. I'm curious, but we'll get copyrighted. So I gotta play that during our next break. That said, moving topics. Not so. I mean, anything else you want to drop on Beyonce?
No, congratulations, Beyonce. Well deserved. Voice transcends multiple genres. She has the talent to do so, and I'm happy for her.
Well, in so not so fun news.
Lay it on me. What Negro did someone today?
And this is not us doing something wrong. This is people doing us wrong. We've reverted back to the early 2000s, and the mid 2000s. Look, people's hair do not define whether or not they're able to do things for the upteenth millionth time. Unfortunately, a judge in Texas schools hair length policies do not violate the Crown Act. And essentially, Daryl George, who's 18, has been disciplined for much of the school year after refusing to cut his hair to comply with the school's dress code. Now look, as someone who is new to growing out his hair for the first time, and that's why I have it under a hat, because it needs to get cleaned up. I don't want to cut my hair for nobody.
Right.
I already don't like it when people tell me I have to wear hats.
Right.
Or I can't wear hats.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. But whatever, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, my feeling changes depending on certain things, right? Like, do I think anywhere should require you to cut your hair or do anything to your body for certain? There's probably certain fields where it makes sense. Like, I can imagine in football, those dudes wear dreads, but they can also get pulled by dreads, and so I wouldn't want to wear dreads.
Then now the rule is that the dreads is part of the uniform. So if you pull that, that's a flag. Right.
And then I would also say, military stuff. I get it. It's like you probably don't want more things that could be seen on you, and maybe equipment isn't adjusted for you.
Same kid, Serenity. Same kid from last year.
But I also, on the inverse, right? And then to certain workplace stuff, because I'm like, workplaces shouldn't be defining whether or not your hair has a way or shape or form. Semicolon, however, you pay me enough, and I've signed up for it.
Yeah. We have a different conversation.
We also have the choice. We have a bit more choice when it comes to where we work and how we operate with that said work.
Right.
School?
That's weird.
School?
Yeah. How's that offending a dress code? I don't get that.
It's not even some obscene length. If you tell me, hey, hair can't be going down to the fucking ground.
Right. Understandable.
Probably makes sense.
Yeah. But what does the length of his dress have to do with any improper dress code? That's confusing to me. I didn't get that. And just the judge actually saying that the school didn't violate, or the school district didn't violate the policy, is a bigger slap in the face. Because why do we have the Crown Act from the get-go if we're preventing school districts or organizations to tell people to cut their fucking hair? That's just crazy to me.
Why? Okay. School dress codes are already stupid, but I grew up with them, whatever.
Yeah.
Why does your hair matter? It's not a distraction. It's not like, and there's look, okay, I'm not unreasonable. If your hair is big enough to where it's blocking other kids from seeing a fucking boy, which some people can grow their hair out like that.
Fair.
You'd be like, hey,
come on.
We gotta we gotta figure this out, or you gotta be in the back of the class. But dreads?
I don't get that.
No, there is microaggressions that are underneath that for some way, shape, or reason.
And the fact that they didn't really compromise. They suspended this kid, disciplined this kid, 3 times in the same year because he didn't want to cut the length of his dreads? And I just thought to myself, maybe it's just time to move out that school district. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the solution will be. Get homeschooled, I guess?
Well, yeah. He's upset because he's like, all because of my hair. Yeah. I can't get my education. I can't hang around my friends my junior year. And of course, he's not going to lay down and just let it happen, because ultimately, you're trying to strip away this kid's family's choice of, hey, and first of all, just so you see his hair, this is hair.
Just dreads.
It's just dreads.
As Sexy Red will say, them dreadheads do it the best. But just the fact that it's dreads, and that's the big hoopla, the issue with the fucking whole situation. I don't know, man. It's that type of stuff is very disappointing to tell people, look, we are all about our hair. That to me is a part of our representation. Scoot over this way. But we are part of our.
Sammy got you all messed up.
Had to scoot out of the way. He was doing them belly rolls. You know what I'm saying? But it's a representation of who we are. It's a part of who we are. And to tell someone or try to control someone for their hair, that's kind of really demeaning and dehumanizing in some ways. So, yeah, I was pretty disappointed when I heard this. I didn't know what to think of this at all. We out here telling white people they need to cut their hair. I digress. Never mind.
I get frustrated with things like this because it's just unnecessary distraction.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
It's just
100% facts.
And I get it. Like, I feel like I'm not being unreasonable with my stances on, like, hair stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this comes from someone who always has had short hair. I still technically have shorter hair.
Mm-hmm.
But in the limited amount of choices kids get.
Right. This shouldn't be one of them.
They don't get to choose their school district. Their parents do.
Mm-hmm.
Usually their parents have some input on, you know, some things. But the family's like, we don't care.
Right.
No, he's not being a disruption. Not
Right.
being a distraction.
Yeah.
Then why are they letting this be a distraction? Again, let's say it's coming from the football team being like, hey, he's got to cut his hair because, you know, we don't have helmets. There's things that I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like, hey, you got to pay to get the custom shit. So that way I'm reasonable. But simple shit, like you can't just go into class.
Right. What is the purpose of this rule being in place? I don't get that particular policy. What is this kid doing by having the length of his hair that particular long that is disrupting his man from getting an education, but disrupting a classroom to where you're suspending this kid from school? What is the reasoning for that? I don't get it. Just don't.
Let's pop into the chat here. Yep. I mean, that's how it is. It's a distraction. Yeah, no, I mean, you're 100% right, Serena. It's a distraction from a lot of different variables. Because we're spending time talking about this to hide away from other issues. It's the top training thing to hide away from other issues. Like, go to the top of NBC Black right there.
Yep, and the civil rights leader, Wendy Williams.
So it's just no more. We don't do that here. But there was another topic actually that's fortunately on NBC Black. I knew because I pulled it up earlier. Spinning back into entertainment, Vince Staples.
Oh yeah, his new Netflix show. I have yet to see.
Have you had an opportunity to watch it?
Is it good?
I've heard good things about it.
Okay.
And
is it like an Atlanta style?
I think it follows a similar, and people, if you've seen it, let us know. I feel like it follows a simple beating to Dave.
Okay.
So more, a little bit, they call it dark comedy, dark humor.
Okay.
But a bit more akin to, honestly, and I feel like, well, people, like a lot of rappers, and Yeah Boy's laughter. Or Yo Boy Slaughter.
Your boy Slaughter.
I said laughter. My dumb ass. Your boy Slaughter. I knew that, man.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're looking at. He said that show is fucking fire.
Okay.
Damn, did I self-censor? Damn.
Okay.
That show is.
You don't have the code switch for me.
Yes, I do. The code switch. Nope. Wait. Hey, can y'all Apocalypse? Wait. We gotta end
These are
up on
topics
some
I haven't.
bangers.
Look, he picked these topics knowing that I was going to react a certain way. If that's one of the topics,
Yes. It's so much fun. But Vince Staples show. This was a quick one. Want to give a shout out. I'm a big fan of Vince Staples music wise.
Same. Oh, yeah.
So I imagine his show will be talented. I actually don't think people realize how much like some rappers, like I feel like rappers and not all rappers can be funny, but Comedy, rap, you know, you can, like, I think with lyricism, I think it's same as building and constructing jokes or building and constructing any sort of scripting, right? And so,
I mean, a prime example of that, Childish Gambino. Look what he did with Atlanta, and look what he's doing now specifically with I don't think he's doing any type of production assistance or production with the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but he's a prime example of that. Look at Atlanta, it's success in that.
So I think witty, and actually, thank you for giving me the word. I think witty rappers, lyrical rappers, have perfect runway to be great script writers. I think that's why Dave is successful. Like, you know, that worked out because ultimately,
Lil Dicky is very,
very funny. And, you know, man was smart with it.
Yeah.
Man was smart with it. Like, hey, shout out Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky can, first of all, Lil Dicky's lyricism is actually good. He's really smart with it. And yes, he leans joking, but he can still, like, if you listen to
comedic and still actually pretty witty at the same time.
He had a freestyle on Shane in the Morning or something.
Okay.
And if you listen to freestyle, you're like, oh, like he's like, no, he can rap anytime he wants to.
Yeah, right.
He's like, he's also a businessman, like a motherfucker. Save That Money is one of the most genius songs. Like,
Really?
I love the entire principle behind that because it's like, I'm trying to make a music video for as cheap as I can. And also, it was, you know, came out, did immaculate. Then he took that shit, shifted it into some other business moves.
Okay.
He's playing the game smart, and that's why I like, you know, entrepreneur style.
Yeah.
That said. I want to see what's Lupe Fiasco doing. Lupe, get under the pen, please.
That guy, he's a great lyricist. Lupe Fiasco is, but he kind of fell off after a while. Like he
just disappeared.
Yeah, and I'm like, where does this guy where?
I don't know. You know what? Actually,
the sunken place.
Where in the world is Lupe Fiasco? I don't know, dog. I really don't know.
It's the Vince Staples Show.
Don't worry. Simplest name. The Vince Staples Show.
Nothing too fancy.
Nothing special.
Yeah, I remember the podcast. Your boy Slaughter. I remember the podcast. It's okay.
Trying to see. Looks like he has a couple of tracks that have come out recently. Lupe's been kind of quiet. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Pharrell. I was like thinking of artists who were like who could make that transition. Pharrell could do whatever he wants.
Pretty much.
But I feel like he just sticks to music because he's like, if I touch a song,
it's gold.
It's gold. And shout out to him. He transcends music, like going back to our topic. He transcends music genres so much.
Oh yeah, he's a Timberland. They can do pretty much any genre they want
and make it work.
All right. Grilled cheese.
Lupe has a rap class at MIT. That's really cool.
Nice. Okay.
Well,
that's such a random ass question about what's your opinion on grilled cheese. It's some good ass cheese.
Okay, grilled cheese by itself, whack. Grilled cheese with any sort of accoutrement included in the grilled cheese, you start to get better.
Okay.
I like melts.
Okay.
Like there's some bacon in average.
Oh.
I like breakfast sandwiches a lot. Same. Actually, you know, it's like bacon, egg, cheese. Oh, okay. Well, actually, let me put on my shit. So what I do is I make an onion jam. Take the onion jam and the sriracha mayo. And no, you don't get the pre-bought sriracha mayo. Do your ratios right. If you get real fancy, make your own sriracha. But you don't have to.
Okay.
Make your own sriracha mayo, but you don't have to. Just make sure you mix the ratios right because you want a little more sriracha than mayo, and they do it too much of a light blend. Okay. Take the onion jam. Take the sriracha mayo. Okay. Now, you're gonna have to listen to me closely here. You can prep your eggs like over hard or over easy, whatever you prefer, or do it where you whisk them up, tamago style, like, you know, which is egg, just the egg style that Japan does.
Right.
And I'm forgetting the name, but like take tamago, not fun. Makes it a little fluffy. Lay that on with bacon, American cheese. Yes, American. Yes, this is fake store about shit because it melts and tastes right. Best egg sandwich, bacon, egg, cheese. Ooh. A little bit of accoutrement.
Nigga, mouth watering.
I got you. No,
I love breakfast sandwiches. There's a place that sells like a sandwich with the caper. It's a bagel sandwich, but it has like salmon in it, specifically caper. Oh, that's pretty much what the salmon is. It's a fish, but it has like cream cheese, something like that. It is so good.
Man, So I've been on a sandwich quick at home. Well, not recently because I've been eating. I've been photosynthesizing for meals. But so tell y'all. Look, if you, I might need to pop up in a restaurant because my sandwich game kind of fierce. My cooking game is great.
Okay.
Don't talk about it a lot, but I'm a good cook. I know it.
He's humble.
I'm humble with it. Actually, my friends ate my food for the first time. The other time they were like, "The hell, dude, you didn't mention this. I've known these brothers since middle school." I was like, "Y'all ain't over in my crib." How you think
I go throw down here?
Yes. Going back to our pre-show topic, why? How you think I'm like, no, you can't come back to my place because you'll never leave.
Right. This breakfast sandwich will keep you here.
I met a girl chocolate mousse one time. She was like, "What?"
Really?
I was like, yeah, that was way back in the day.
Okay.
I was like, this goes to my cooking stance. So I'm like, no man should leave. Like my kid gonna know how to cook.
Right.
I'm like, hey,
you're gonna get you a skill set, okay?
Yeah. But nah. So steak sandwich, check it.
Okay.
And then I made a lamb sandwich, more Greek style.
Okay.
Take the feta cheese, made into a sauce, like a feta ranch. Awesome. But steak sandwich, get the steak, get the arugula,
Okay. Ooh.
get truffle mayo. Again,
Okay.
make your mayo if you can.
Ooh.
Get your own truffle oil. Make your preferences right.
Got it.
Make sure it tastes right, so that way it's the truffle mayo. It's good. Take a little horseradish,
Ooh.
smear it on top. Honey with some smoked Gouda, and serve that. Sandwich was fire.
Jesus.
Now, can I eat it all the time? No.
No. I was like, we can't do that all the time.
Oh, and then chimichurri to cut through all this.
What is that?
Chimichurri is like it's a mix of parsley, pepper. It's a very herby, slightly vinegary. It's a more acidic note to cut through that flavor.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I cook a lot.
So when I come over there, you gonna make, okay.
Hey, look, put your order in early. You put your order in early because you ain't gonna leave.
Do that online order.
Yeah, it's like
Steak sandwich, please.
yeah. Like, did someone order something on DoorDash for me? I was like, I don't even have a DoorDash.
Ding, ding, ding. What?
Yeah, it's like,
Where'd that come from?
That Uber, but I don't have
this.
Uber.
What is this notification?
I always said I'll show off a bit more cooking because I have a lot of like
Let's make my
it's a
mouth
side
water,
pack.
dude.
It's a side pack, and I'm trying to avoid this next subject because I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Yes, it's the one that you alluded to earlier. I hate it, but I love I have Korean jung in my fridge, so I make syrups. It's been fun.
Really?
Oh, I have Korean jung in my fridge.
What is that?
So basically, it's like syrup.
Okay.
So you take fruits, take sugar,
Really?
make it into a syrup. Best strawberry syrup ever had.
Okay.
Come on, that's like
Look,
TJ's Kitchen.
The only thing I'm familiar with the Korean, in somewhat ways, is kimchi. I love kimchi.
Do you have Korean food often?
Not often, but whenever I do, I want to make sure I have kimchi because I love that acidic, but I also like that tartness a little bit with kimchi. I love that. Mixing in with Korean beef.
I eat a lot of Korean.
Huh?
I eat a lot of Korean. I don't want to get on this subject because the last time I talked about Korean food, it became a trending topic where a lot of black people hate me. So,
So you multi-ethnic? Oh, not multi-ethnic. Oh my God. What type of word I'm saying? You multi-diverse with your food?
oh yeah, because I just said Korean fried chicken's the best fried chicken. Fight me, I still say it on the streets. Never letting it go. The one thing I'll never let go from this show. But that said. That's it.
Multi-ethnic. That's what I was trying to say. Good Lord. Multi-ethnic. Stuttering dude from Harlem Nights.
Multi. All right. So, unfortunately, some people are out there saying dumb shit. And who says...
If you want to know what Trump campaign staffers think about you, just watch Fox News like this weekend when they gushed over Donald Trump's new ploy for money. A limited edition series of gaudy gold $400 Trump sneakers.
Go back to it, to the picture.
First of all,
I mean,
no, don't entertain it.
no. I will say this in all honesty,
They're not the worst.
they're not the worst. They look okay. I just wouldn't make it gold.
I also wouldn't charge $400 for it. The gold should be accented.
Yeah.
You do not, again, this tells me that you do not have a black person in your corner, a sneaker head, if you will, to let you know design.
What do black people like? Gold.
Fox,
Gold.
somebody said the quiet part out loud on what the big sneaker strategy is really all about.
Even the sneaker thing. I was on social media last night. Very interesting. As you see black support eroding from Joe Biden, this is connecting with black America because they love sneakers. They're into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So,
let that ride out. Don't stop that.
No. Pause. This is my first time here in the club. I've only read.
Same.
Well, he said black people like sneakers. Mm-hmm. And then he said, this is resonating, especially in the inner city. Like, I was like...
He said that.
Okay, look, I'm not... I will rip into this in a bit. But to your point, Calamity, this is like a Boondocks clip in real life. Right. This is a real Boondocks clip. This is...
So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching...
Look at her face.
Her face is like, oh,
nigga,
I
She wants to say nigga. Nigga, what?
She's like, I ain't gonna lead in with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you cook.
Yeah, let you cook.
On a level that defies and is above politics. The culture always trumps politics. And Trump understands culture.
And Trump, he gets the culture.
That look of, I mean, really, that's our look. That's our look. I just,
God damn it, man. Jesus. First, it was the Black National Anthem. Now it's these goddamn sneakers. What else? What else these Republicans gonna do, huh?
Man, this leaves me speechless. Let me first and foremost.
You go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go from joking to serious. Let me start off by saying, hey, shit's kind of funny. It's kind of like that clip itself is funny.
Black people love shoes, and they love the culture.
You sound just like him.
Golly.
He literally could have been like, those Negroes like sneakers.
Negroes like sneakers, and they love they love Jordans.
Yeah.
And when black people love Jordans, they love these Trump shoes. They're gold. Black people love gold, do they not?
Yeah.
They wear platinum chains and gold chains.
Your white voice is back.
Why, thank you. But that's basically what he's saying.
He's like gold, like their teeth. I was like, dog.
Gold. I mean, black people like Juvenile. He has gold in his teeth, so they must like gold.
He's the audacity to say Trump. No one understands culture like Trump.
Boy.
This has nothing to do. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna take a side step. This has nothing to do with Trump for 2 seconds. Motherfucker, don't speak for us. Don't speak for me. Don't speak for anybody's culture. Also, you should never, ever. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard, to go on somewhere and be like, this is resonating with black people. Oh man, he's pulling the votes because we made some sneakers, we made some shoes, some ugly ass shoes, some fugly ass shoes. But also, political parties aside, whether you're Republican, in the middle, like if I'm a Republican, I'm embarrassed by this guy going up there and saying, you've reduced a whole culture, a whole genre, a whole color of people to sneakers.
Black people love Lil Wayne. He has gold teeth. So why they don't like these shoes?
Jordan, what you before? Because I mean, I'll rip into this for a while. Go ahead. Yeah, no, your boy's allowed to stop it. It's like, I do like Juvenile. Don't you lead into it. It's okay.
So I'm going to just do a small...
Someone's like air fraud once. That's actually funny.
I'm going to do a small thing here. I'm going to make a similarity here. This, to me, is the equivalence of Herschel Walker. And here's what I mean by that. Republicans, in my opinion, or some, if not all, has this stereotype that's what black men should be like, Herschel Walker. So they make that stereotype for us. Then they make another stereotype of us saying, well, Donald Trump made some gold shoes. Black folks love gold. Hell, We're going to make some tennis shoes because he understands the culture. That's the reason why he made these fucking shoes. That's how bad or out of touch that party is to me. You wonder why you never garner a lot more black support? That's the reason why.
But it also, and then the black support that they do garner, which actually is more than I'd like to admit.
It has increased. Small, minute.
It has increased. Are just blind to nuances like this too. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, are y'all not seeing what I'm seeing? Mm. Where motherfucker really just said he made sneakers. So he understands our culture completely. No one understands it better than him because he made some sneakers for you.
And a white guy bought them.
For $399, he really don't understand the culture if he made them bitches $399.
Trump got, and I want to, because we sit here and we blame Trump all the time, whatever. Mm-hmm. And rightfully so. I'm not going to fault that. But I'm going to blame some people. Y'all, Trump out here got you buying gold shoes. Trump out here got you donated GoFundMes to pay for his fines. Y'all, the people who again, you will never ever in your life have as much money as this man.
Never.
Ever.
In your lifetime.
But somehow, you've decided in your brain that this is a socioeconomic position you'd like to put yourself in and like to put this country into. To where you, from your dollars, from your hard-earned money, are supporting a wealthy person. But
that's not a principle that's...
It's not abstract.
It's not abstract, right?
It's not new.
We're spending tickets. People are spending a crazy amount of money to go see a concert.
That's different.
Explain. Say more.
So, there's blatant transactions, right? There's through line, like it's like, hey, I know that XYZ dollars are going to XYZ person, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it for a GoFundMe.
Right.
That's just going to a person.
Yeah.
Shoes. When I think of buying shoes, right, I know that when I go to Nike, I'm paying to Nike, right? But Nike is a huge conglomerate.
Absolutely.
A lot of things there. Trump custom shoes. And here's why I say Trump is still a businessman at the end of the day. So,
absolutely.
So you don't think that the top line on that $400, the profit margin on that $400 is primarily in a position to get that funding directly to him? You are da loca. That's crazy. Da loca. That's crazy. Stupido. Like, it's just. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Funding streams that he's created are a bit more direct than some of these other alternatives, right? When you support an artist, and we're not talking about supporting an artist. An artist. There's direct funds of like, hey, I'm going to go buy a ticket to go see Taylor Swift, right?
But majority of that money is not going directly to them. It's going to
venue. It's going to a bunch of everything. But also, you're going to an artist.
Yeah.
A performer. Someone who doesn't make life-altering decisions for you.
But what would be the difference between a GoFundMe and this situation here? I mean, it's pretty much technically the same.
He has both. That's what I'm saying.
Sheesh.
And they're donating to both. That's what I'm trying to get at, Jordan. All your money is just going to this man. Plain and simple. At least make that shit kind of hidden.
That's fair.
Yeah, like, at least kind of, sort of.
So wait a minute. If these was a different color, would you rock these shoes?
No.
If these was all white, would you rock these shoes?
No, I wouldn't.
I mean, technically, if they were all white, they would be Air Force Ones because they look like Air Force Ones.
And also, the design's not unique. These ain't Yeezys. I feel the same principle towards this that I feel towards any sort of rich person who's making. Like, look, be creative, be aesthetically. Like, I couldn't fault Trump for putting out shoes or putting out a whole, if there was a brand around it, if it felt more legitimized, if it felt like anything. You know what, this is propaganda. It's an American flag on some shoes. That's all it is.
Oh, wait a minute. Does that say T?
Yeah, that's T.
Get out of here with that tomfoolery. What?
What I'm trying to say here is.
My next check is going to them shoes.
Hey, more power to you.
I'm out here rocking these damn despicable fucking gold shoes. Like, what? Who's wearing that shit?
Trump has evolved into a product almost.
Yes.
and that product is selling, and y'all keep on buying.
Not from Temu.
Y'all. He's a product that we've created, we've allowed to be created, and that he's going to continue to milk for as long as he can. Give me another Republican person. I say this legitimate. There's plenty of Republican leaders who can run, who you're going to feel a lot less about.
That's a whole bigger conversation.
That's a whole bigger conversation, because I'm like, look, this is becoming to a place where I'm like, man, and this, I cannot understand the reaches of my mind for people who are sitting here and listen to this.
Because they love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city.
And and sit there and be like, yeah, that's where I want my money to go. That's where I want my leadership to go. Right. That's where I want people to be thinking. We're perpetuating stupidity. Sickens me. And if y'all know, I feel like, at least on a political perspective, I'm usually the person who gets closest to my chest a lot of the time. Close to my chest.
Yeah.
Because I truly am still like, you know what? I do not like the perspective that a lot of media around certain types of people perpetuates. But man, Republican media, that does not do y'all good. I would be upset if I was a Republican. I'd be like, yo, what the hell?
Why are we supporting these shoes?
I'd be upset.
Why are we doing that?
Why is this the angle we're trying to take?
It's not
with the youths.
It's not so much the shoes that bothers me. It's the fact that they are correlating this to the culture and thinking that, the only person that understands this Republican here, he understands the culture. How does he do that? Let's make some tennis shoes, because black people love shoes. They love shoes. So we're going to actually relate this to the culture. They think that this is going to garner more black support. I just can't fathom. The only two black folks I can think of is Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum. But they would probably buy some bullshit like this. Outside of that, you're not going to garner much black support from these damn ugly ass shoes.
Now, I personally,
again, bigger topic, but Republicans, this is not your angle. Do something better. Do something better. This is not it.
I don't get
host the BET Awards, but not this.
I also wouldn't want a multi-million. This just goes into other principles. I wouldn't want a multimillionaire representing me, because he'll never understand my struggle.
But then again, it's some politicians already representing.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my usual stance.
Fair.
Hey, look, if your beliefs are your beliefs, but but to relate to the majority of people, you're coming from an angle of like a top, and this is not like a work hard, go be a lawyer, go do the
rights. Absolutely.
Go be a lawyer, go be something, go graze up and get your grind. And that's what American leadership is supposed to be. That's what people in power are supposed to be. Because at the very least, I can look you in the eyes and say, you've been there. Yeah, you've been there, and you're deciding that through your struggle, you have landed on these sorts of opinions.
Absolutely.
You were not carried, you're not babied, of course, your environment. But at the very least, I'm like, you're doing some heinous shit, but it's straight up coming from your chest.
Right. But yeah, this just seems
This is literally a product. He's been a product. It's a product, and he came from a rich background. This is a product that I'm just like, no, he don't understand you, and he will never understand you, and he doesn't try and fathom trying to understand you.
But I feel like there's a faction in... I think there's a word faction. I think there's a faction within the Republican Party that's trying to make the same speech that you're trying to make, and why we should do someone else, like another candidate, right? They're making that same exact speech specifically, and I think it's falling on deaf ears.
No, and that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm never, I feel like the majority, and sometimes it feels like a majority over there, but I feel like the loud voices are surrounding Trump a lot of the times. Oh, yeah. But I'm not going to sit there and act like Republicans aren't like, no, this man doesn't represent me.
No, you don't.
And that's my fundamental thing. I look at parties, of course, right? But also, who is a leader who I feel like understands the nuances and perspectives that I share?
Absolutely.
It's not about
I love
teams.
that mentality.
It's not about teams. It's not about anything. It's like, hey, look, you can fall into some certain party line. That's just how they bucket you.
Absolutely.
But what's going to happen is this person someone who I'm like, oh man, their beats, their things, their navigation. Yeah, they grew up in an environment where it aligns to an environment that I get.
Last week's show, we briefly talked about this because Marco brought up, how do you feel about black conservatives? And one of my responses was along the lines of black conservative. I said, well, to me, if I were in power, I would actually destroy the two-party system because people care more about the letter at the end of the candidate's name more than they care about principles and values. I think that's the most important thing ever, instead of actually just voting because they're a Democrat or because they're a Republican. And that's a good point to make, specifically in regards to, I care more about principles and values and what they can do for me versus an entire party that can't do anything. They'll come around when election season comes around and they want to get your votes. So I completely share that sentiment. I want to share that.
No, it's so fascinating because from the ground up, we've forgotten, like a lot of people have forgotten that when they're voting mechanisms.
Yeah.
It's like, I vote for the person, like, you know, and you know, they'll be like, hey, I vote for the person who I side with, right?
Absolutely.
And it's like, no, this is a person who designs policies that are going to impact you.
Absolutely.
Therefore, you should, like, yes, it is up to us to do our due diligence to make sure not only do we know their background, it's not that hard nowadays. At the fingertips we have, you can know their background.
Absolutely.
All the way down to where they grew up, who they were around, and all that kind of stuff, to the point to where they got people questioning leaders' birth certificates. I want to get into that.
Your boy Slaughter, no, Cornel West is no longer running. That was done and over with immediately. And the crazy thing about that is that this is what I don't understand about a lot of people in politics. They got on Cornel West because he was running for president because they felt like he was going to steal the votes from Democrats. And I just thought, well, isn't that the point of an election, is to garner votes?
And it's a matter of, and this is why I really haven't liked, like, the two-party system is destroying us from a lot of different angles.
It's stupid.
Because I'm like, there are so many, I just want more people.
Yes.
People to have opinions and power and be like, hey, look, I'm not looking at blue or red. Fuck it. Give me green, yellow, purple.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Facts.
What is it?
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Dude, I was thinking of that. That's what I was trying to, I was like, damn.
I was like, I know he's going to go for a good color too. Fuchsia.
But seriously, it's a matter of, like, plain and simple, I don't look at this like a, yes, this is pulling everything aside from the massive amounts of things and opinions that I have against Trump. I look at that and I'm like, no, he doesn't understand the culture when I look at those shoes. And don't put that on him. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on the mark. Now, what is he? What will I always give Trump? Is he knows how to sell his product.
Absolutely.
And I'll never take that away from him.
Oh, absolutely. He is a businessman at the end of the day.
Businessman through and through. And people keep eating it up. It's why, and I have some cases where I'm like, I get businessmen who, like there are some angles where businessmen might make sense to be in office, right? It's like, it's just a nice different angle to have.
Absolutely.
Again, but this comes from someone who is like, hey, they came from nothing to something. And are now in a business position. But then there has to be a lot more blocks and places put in for situations like that, where it's like, hey, like, a lot of the gains or things that are associated with your organization, you cannot be associated with while you're in office, but also even post office. So that way, every action that they're making does not lead into direct benefit for themselves.
Sure.
They're not supposed to be leading a direct benefit for themselves.
Absolutely. You know, it's a prime example of that specifically. I always say the Clintons, right? Bill, when he came into office, he wasn't as rich as he was now. He came into office. After he left, he was almost close to $500 million. Crazy to think of that. But to actually expand more in regards to candidates not representing our values specifically, right? I think that this election is going to be that way. I know we're not talking about elections. I know we're talking about the shoes, but I think the election is going to be that way. Two individuals that don't understand actual true values in this country.
But don't get me on that whole point, because you already know, I harped on the last show. If you are above the age of decrepit, you should not be the person who's making decisions that will have no lasting impact on you. Plain and simple. It's not that hard. I don't mean you're incompetent to do the job. What I mean is no, fuck that.
You are
literally in a place where your decisions do not impact you, may not impact you for longer than 5 years. Absolutely. Unless you're Jamie Johnson, who is made out of titanium and lives forever, in which case I actually am okay with him being
The first thought when you said made of titanium, I was thinking of the Tin Man. I was like, yeah, he's about that fucking old.
He's ancient. I'm like, okay,
damn.
That's an exception, not the rule.
Right.
He's earned the right to be back in office if he wants to.
But just imagine if...
But 40s, 50s.
Yes.
That's the right age to where I'm like, cool, I know that you've had enough life experience to where your impact in office will actually resonate, but you're also recent enough in age to where some common things that maybe we've both experienced have happened.
Yeah.
And you're also in a place to where anything you make actually does have an impact with you before you hit a retirement age.
It's, yeah. These two, like I said, I think, and I said it before in the last show, I think regular folks, like you and I, Sammy, Tommy.
Don't include Sammy. Don't include Sammy.
Oh, okay. Our honorary black member that's sitting on the couch there. No.
Don't start handing those out for free.
Republicans exist.
That's what I said. Don't.
And why don't they not exist?
All I'm saying is, I think regular folks don't really care who's the president anymore.
We're desensitized to so much.
Yes.
We don't care
We are.
about a lot of
Why do
things.
regular folks keep killing trans kids? Fuck 'em.
This is not the politics. No.
Be the liaison, sir.
I'm trying to say I don't want to, because we don't get on that one.
But I'm just saying, regular folks, I don't think care anymore. You're right. We have been desensitized to all that information, but I just don't think we care. And I tell people, look, if you want to make an impact, sure, vote on the federal level. But the true importance of the elections is at the state and local level. That's
Right now in Texas.
right.
Vote.
Early voting just started. So
Vote.
I did not. Because I'm
Vote.
No.
Go
See-
early vote, you fuckers.
sure. I'll vote when the time comes. Look, all I'm saying is the important elections to me are on the local level, state level, because they are the ones that actually control lives to me. I just don't care about this election and people keep talking about it. I just don't give a shit anymore. I am so drained of hearing about these two old fucks running for office that damn near one of them going to be, 85 by the time they leave? And the other one's going to be 83 if they do get into office? It's like, what are we doing here? I just don't care.
And one's a total vanity play.
I
Nothing
just
more.
don't give a shit, man.
And look, I try and
That's why you get shoes.
Get them old dingy ass gold shoes. Boy,
don't even get me started on that one.
Rakeem,
No.
don't.
No, this is about the chat comment, but I just
With the chat. Bush don't care about black people.
I just go back to what you said, right? And it goes to a broader extent. And it sucks to say it, but yeah, we're so decent. Like, to be honest, people are more influenced or have more
Absolutely.
impact or feel more direct impact from what their favorite influencer is doing on XYZ website versus the people who are in their own office. And the only thing, and it's because politics isn't flashy all the time.
It's not.
But every time a trending subject comes, you feel something for 2 days, and if you're lucky,
Forget all about
you
it.
forget all about it. And it's gonna, because there's just so much shit. But then you remember that, and my mom came from a country where a civil war happened in her lifetime. My family has the Carfax from that,
What's that?
and I said my family has like all the Carfax from that. Right? I try to tell people, like, to hear her perspective of being here, right? And then kind of learn of like, y'all, a lot of people who have been raised and have come up here haven't been through shit.
Absolutely.
Yet they're the ones who make so many decisions for us.
Facts.
It's very interesting. Not to say we have to go, like, America, one of the best parts about it is because we haven't gone, but there's so many people who have influence whose voices, they're just either not marketable, there's not enough controversy. That's the type of person you want.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's the type of politician I would want.
I want a boring person.
Head down, get to work, try to make policies, try to compromise, try to pass some laws.
Sorry, you
yeah.
said a word that
Compromise?
politicians don't understand.
What, compromise?
What's that?
What is compromise? Let's see.
Compromise doesn't exist when one person wants to eradicate LGBTQ.
Oh my God.
Isn't that what Bush said?
Look, compromise is
Compromise what?
compromise is terrible on both
Dying in
sides.
schools? Compromise with them?
Look.
See, this is why I said
Right.
you incorporated.
I did that.
You did
I
that.
did that shit.
No.
Say for the mic, they're hearing me chatter. I'm just saying, if you can compromise with motherfuckers who want kids dead in schools, then you can keep on compromising until yours is. The ones you were talking about at the pre-show, the ones you love so very much you want to do right by, you gotta do right by them because they're on track. What? I was in a school shooting. You think the statistics are gonna get fucking better if we're not gonna do nothing? You think? No, we don't compromise with these motherfuckers. We don't compromise on that shit. We don't compromise with people fucking with LGBTQ people. We don't do that shit. We beat them. We beat them into the ground till they don't exist anymore.
Okay, off.
It's called voting, people. Do it, fuckers.
And that will be our show. No, I don't. The apocalypse, I don't agree with that. Because if the other shoe was on the other foot, they would do the same as the other party would do the same exact thing. So no, that is not just that one-sided party. It would be both sides. But I get to your point. I agree. The compromise aspect of it. But
This is not to say I don't understand where you're coming from. This is just a matter of
yeah, we never do. We'll never do that.
people. I just
Water policy.
let's. It all starts, but jokes aside, I mean, even to get to your points, it does require that.
Absolutely.
And compromise means more than just on laws. It also means in being even willing to fucking listen.
Absolutely.
People are always yelling and not willing to sit down and talk.
Absolutely. One of the things that I despise about politicians is they always tend to go to social media or these media outlets and throw rocks and hide their hands. Well, they're no longer hiding their hands anymore. They're throwing rocks and say, yeah, I fucking threw it. Now what? So I care less about politicians going on these media outlets or doing any type of interviews. Just put your head down, get to work. I shouldn't have to hear about my politician as often as I should, only to say, hey, I came up with this particular law that I'm trying to pass a bill specifically, and this is what we're doing to get that law passed or sent through. Something along those lines.
Or, you know what? Fuck that. They can spend all their money on advertising shoes.
You bastards, the fucking crap around to this shit. Godly. Boy, that nigga shoe.
I just look, cause I try and be reasonable when it comes to a lot of things, but you can't just spit in my face like this. You can't just spit in my face like this.
His sneaker line.
That's a
They're like, wait
huge
minute,
slap
this
in
is
the
cool.
face.
He's
He's saying that we're so simple we boil down to fucking shoes, Jordan.
Herschel Walker.
And that's, again, I like to say, at the end of the day, yo, Bumpkins, you know, and this, not even, you're assuming what party I am. I'm just saying, Republicans out there. Hey, look at me now. You don't want this as the person who's speaking for y'all. Come on. Like, please tell me that's not who y'all want speaking for y'all. Because I know someone out there like, that's not a good marketing play. We shouldn't be saying that.
Not
like,
these shoes, my guy.
Like, let's not do that. Like, he could have even said, hey man, you know, shoes are a good way to shoes resonate with the youth. It's a good way of marketing towards a different demographic that maybe not, like, you know, trying to make politics trendy. I think that's stupid because
Right.
politics are boring. But
Same.
I think that's stupid because politics are supposed to be boring.
Yeah.
And boring doesn't mean bad. Yeah. Boring means that, hey, we don't need the fluff around it. I need to be straight to the fucking point.
We don't need politics to be entertaining.
I don't want it
we
to be
don't want that.
entertaining.
We want it to be boring and get to work. That's it.
It's like, get to work. Tell me about these things. Let me learn about them. Make these resources available. Stop muting out people. And let's make sure that we can have a consistent dialogue that can make sure we resonate for the most amount of people possible. It is impossible to hit a society that can take care of everybody if we're not even willing to start to make a pathway to take care of some.
Facts.
But everyone looks out for themselves, and then we want to sit there and we look down on other countries that happen to have a different sort of like, it's like, oh, you want to talk about corruption that happens in South American countries or African countries, other places, and there's just as much that happens here, just in different ways.
Oh yeah. Stocks being one of them. But I digress. Never mind.
And again, this is why I say, anyone who wants TJ's stock class, TJ's class on crypto and finances, I would be happy to lead you down that path. Semicolon, however, let's end off on a fun one.
Let's do that.
I just
Sweating. Jesus. You want to do something with your life? Buy those Trump shoes. Black people unite. Get those shoes.
yeah. I think that's what he's going for.
That's what I'm going for.
Because I can sound like this.
Whoa!
Whoa. Black people in do-rags, who would have thought?
Oh, shit. Oh. No, I ain't hugging Sammy. Shit.
Listen, I try and let me be very clear. These are points Sammy's very passionate about.
I'm right.
It said, hence why I'm like, man, it doesn't do it justice to get clips. We have to switch a whole show for politics to make sure that's articulated properly.
I'm right. And nothing I said was wrong, more importantly. Jordan.
Huh?
I'm not going to put this evil on you, Ricky Bobby.
Hey.
You better make sure your kids at a private school.
Kids in private school, black kids, incredible.
Hey, man, you're assuming I'm having kids. You're assuming I'm bringing my kids over here, man.
Put your kids in fucking London.
Hey, bro, that's like you.
You ain't got to deal with American fucking schools. I already said that.
I'm really trying to be honest. Every day, y'all do not make this country so very well.
TJ's looking at international tickets every day.
I scroll down. I'm like, because at the one thing I can, I'm not saying it's gonna be better. I'm just gonna say is at the net positive is just safer. The net positive is just safer.
Yeah.
So if I can't get better, I'm gonna get safer.
Right.
That's the option I
Find
get.
ways. Gotta get both. Either or.
People, in case you're curious, yes, you can still make an American salary in various other countries. You just need to know how to make sure that you're positioning yourself correctly in your jobs.
Message.
About that too. But I think sometimes it's like, oh, I go somewhere else, I'm going to make a lower salary. Well, lifestyles changed. That point. Anyways, anyone have any topics that they want to toss in before I pull out a random one?
Pull out a random one. I will go with that.
Okay. Well,
This is a crazy show.
a 70-year-old woman in Uganda gives birth to healthy twins.
Boy, get out of here.
And I said, time out, woman. Oh, man, that's a... First of all, shout out to her. Shout out to her. Because, oh, my gosh.
She is fertile? What? 70-year-old woman gives birth to twins? Playoffs? What the fuck is that?
Hold up, let me fact check this because I'm on blacknews.com. So this is from December. This is an old one, but I mean, this shit came across my screen and I had to. Bro, what is the ding over there?
It's about to die.
Oh no, that's Carfax. Yep, cool.
Not 70-year-old.
70-year-old woman from Uganda gives birth. She gave birth back in December. Sounds like she's still okay. This isn't her first experience. Oh my gosh. Just 3 years ago, she gave birth to a baby girl. So we're talking 67 to 70. What sort of type? Yo, props to you.
Are they using her as a surrogate?
Like, this is no, she's just, hey, look, hey, she can still get it. She's, she lost it.
Kids are,
You run out of physical aids.
these kids are going to grow up with a long time without their mother. That's really bad.
You're pretty sad.
That's really bad.
Also, they said that when you're a woman, you're born with all the eggs you got, right? So she was born in what year?
It was 70, so it has to be like 60 something.
It doesn't matter because I feel like you can put in.
No, what I'm saying though is that those eggs are 70 years old as well. So this is like.
I think it might.
This person's from the past. The person that's born maybe
Time traveled. Yeah.
60s.
Not Sammy out here talking like she got old babies.
Yes. Now.
From like the 50s.
But the fact that these kids are.
Oh, it's through IVF, apparently.
Oh.
Still tough.
Still.
Still hers.
Yeah, it's still her eggs. Yeah, they take
Yeah.
the egg. Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? Don't they?
Carbonite.
Yeah, they take the eggs out, freeze it, and then they insert it back in, right? Yeah.
So they're her babies. But
So-
they're still old as shit. Babies.
She got 3 birds.
I mean, I still think so. So here, like, let me before I go into the ethics of it. Oh my gosh,
Bruh. She
Yo.
got 3 Vern Troyers.
that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like, kudos to you for having the strength to give birth at that point, because I mean, I met plenty of women who get to like 40 or 50 and like, why would you do that then? Like, so.
TJ's subtle shade, like, she has a strength.
She got the strength. That's not subtle shade. That's impressive. To go through childbirth is tough. There's no tougher process for any human body. And so to put your body through that at 70, now that said, the ethics of it, ma'am, you 70.
Right.
Come on. Boy. Who's gonna raise these kids? Wait, time out. Depending on how you timed out the kids, you could have had kids earlier.
Right.
And then now.
Right.
And see,
Right. But now these kids are going to grow up for quite a long time without a mother. That is crazy to me.
But also, to be fair, and someone did point it out, people can live for a long period of time. And usually in a lot of these, a lot of countries where you have, there's a lot of countries that are not the US where like lifespans are a little more like 80s, 90s regularly.
Yeah.
So, it won't be like immediate or anything, but still.
Just imagine these kids being 16 years old. How old is your mom? 100? You know what? Get the fuck up out of here. I can't do that. I can't. I just can't. This is supposed to be the happy story of the day.
It's a happy story. I thought it was a miracle story. I thought it was interesting. Well, I was searching for a happy story, and I was like, no, that's interesting. It's come on. This is actually very interesting.
It's interesting.
Fascinating.
Absolutely. It's just when you get down to the roots of it, to the deeper of it, you're just thinking to yourself, what factors went into this decision to have kids later on in life? You want to leave a legacy, I guess? I don't know.
Man, let them live. She did at 70. She going. Let's switch to a different topic too. We'll do one more. Do one bonus topic.
Okay.
And this one, I don't know if it's a happy one. I don't know. Oh, let me rephrase that. I have opinions on this because Okay, so shout out to her.
Right.
First of all,
Fair.
This very talented, lovely woman who I'm about to show, is the youngest teacher in America.
Okay.
Graduated college when she was 15.
Okay.
And so she became a teacher at 16.
All right.
Now, I'm giving her flowers, her rewards, all of those for graduating.
Okay.
For going to school, like getting 3 degrees.
She got 3?
She got 3.
Damn.
Getting 1 is hard.
Right.
Getting 0 is hard.
Right.
It's just hard. I'm talking nothing but flowers. Like, mad props to her for doing her due and becoming a young woman who's able to take care of herself.
True.
I'm a big person who doesn't like to fast forward through some processes when it comes to education and growing.
Say more.
When you're that young, you do miss out on a lot of natural growing that comes from learning, right? It's no fun being an adult.
Fair.
Like let's be real here. It's no fun having a job.
No fun at all. Yeah.
And I feel like, for her, especially when you go to school and go to college.
I get what you're saying.
If she's, and I know if she's talented enough to do what she just did, she going for free. So she going on scholarly.
True.
Which means that, hey girl, and hopefully she can go back, do whatever she wants to. But you deserve an experience of those full 4 years. Get to learn.
Out on prom, did she not?
Yeah, you miss out on a lot of little steps there, right? You don't go because you're focused on schooling, which is totally fine. And maybe, you can juggle that out and still incorporate that. But also to go and be a teacher, I think that's almost wagging it in your face too. So it's kind of tough. It makes me feel some type of way about it. Not sick with any of the accolades. It's more so, so my girl graduated from school 2 years ago. And she'll tell you, she'll be the first one to tell you, we talked about it many times, where she's like, I would trade in a little longer time to, get the full experience that I got. Because, a lot of people, if you have the opportunity to go to college and it's something you want to do, then you learn so much from every single year. The person I was freshman year was very different than the person I was senior year.
It's his own ecosystem.
And the person I was senior year is very different than the person I am now.
Absolutely.
But that maturing is so important because that's part of what the college experience is like.
Absolutely.
And you can mature outside of it. You don't need college to mature, right? That's just me saying, hey, if you have that opportunity,
it just progresses you a little bit faster for maturity to me.
And it's like, yo, and it's great to get early on your wealth. Like, that's the best part about this. She's going to get, she can start investing early. She can start saving now. She's going to be able to maneuver. She's going to have more experience than anybody. She's actually going to be one of the people who actually has the experience they expect out of college graduates.
Okay.
Like, you got to have 8 jobs, 5 years of experience, all that kind of stuff. But it's like, she's still a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
They're so, but she can't smoke, can't drive, just got the ability to drive. She just got her license to drive to work.
Wait, does that mean she get a permit?
Yeah, you have to get a learner's permit at 15. Then you can get your driver's license at 16. At least here.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, damn, she must be still on the permit, is she not? But okay. Jeez.
And so and granted, and actually, to your point, Serenity, my only caveat here is if you're going to med school. In which case, shout out, because if you actually start med school at 16, you can graduate at a reasonable time frame.
Absolutely.
So,
I was about to say that. Medical school is not for everybody. And it takes a long fucking time.
And I can't the problem is at medical school, I feel not frustrated, but I feel, rough for people. I'm like, man, you ain't gonna finish school until the dark ages, but also I don't want a doctor who doesn't go through the school.
Right. I want you to take your time, but
take your
at the same time, it takes too long.
But it's like a long time. In those cases, girl, get into medical early. So this is not me to take away anything. I just hope she still has the opportunity
to live her life
and live a kid's life.
Cross fingers.
You know what I mean? Because
she's still a kid.
Yeah. Still young.
Doing adult things at 16 years old. That's a lot of responsibility to take on.
Bills, skin time. She literally cannot rent an own place. Like, it's a lot of things I think about where I'm like, man.
That's crazy.
If you time everything perfectly, I would still be like, no, get your little 4 years.
Right.
Go do my mom, when she came to this country, I don't think she was like, I want you to go through your 4 years. You just become a different person.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I thank her for that. What's up?
Absolutely builds character.
You learn people. I'm like, man, you didn't know how to take care of yourself before this. I have friends who didn't know how to iron. When I went to college, I was like, what you mean you can't iron?
College is like a time for experimenting to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get to experiment everything you can, specifically under the sun in college. Every ideology that you grew up with your parents, that's the perfect time to actually clash it with other people and be like, that's not what the world is like on the outside. Specifically, you get to, be able to debate ideas. You be able to grow as a person within college. So yeah, if you have the stomach for it for all 4 years, go for it. She's the type of teacher I think will teach kids to not say the cuss words in rich baby daddy. Bend that over, let that breathe. Hands on your knees.
What time out. How do we get here?
She's the type of teacher that will probably teach her kids not to say the profanity in certain songs like Rich Baby Daddy. Perfect teacher.
No, I don't think that's the perfect. But also, shout out to her. Like, I don't want to take away from the flowers. That's just always been my thing. It's like, man, you still want to give kids an opportunity to be kids, but it's also hard because you're like, I don't want to stifle their growth. If she's excelling, so I would going back to the parent thing. It's like, how would I as a parent feel if my kid's super talented? And I don't want to cripple that, but I also want to be like, hey, look, run it back when you're 18.
Fair.
Run it back. If you're going for 3 degrees, let's shoot for 2 now, 1 later.
3 degrees though. God damn, she stomached a lot of school. 3 degrees.
But hey, shout out to her. That's
shout out to her.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That is pure determination.
I think about myself at 16. I'm like, I was not ready. And some people mature faster in different things. I'm not saying that. I'm just like, really and truly, let just being as honest as possible. Because there's going to hit a point where you're going to be 25 and still having, and ain't nobody caring about youngest degree no more. It's just like, now you just the person.
You're just a person. You're a teacher now.
And that's when I'm like,
yeah. Oh yeah. You're just a teacher.
You didn't learn how to play flip cup? I gotta, there's things you learn that you just left. And I feel bad for you. I'm kidding.
You'll be
seriously.
the awkward kid in this party.
Shout out to her. I hope she finds success. And I hope she does. And she can get a long tenure as a teacher, maybe fill into something else.
Yeah.
And it's cool that and what I really respect is that they were able to facilitate letting her be a teacher, right? Because I imagine there was a lot of other organizations that probably were like, she's 16,
right? We can't.
Can she work?
Right.
Yeah. It's like,
Right.
what
Is
are
that
we doing
legal in this state?
I was like, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, someone was like, buy her a PS5. Can't do that. But
Let her grow.
that is the Blaxcellence today. A lot of randomness, a lot of different topics. Oh, wait, time out. We have one more thing we got to do.
You.
Oh, I gotta come do it?
Yeah, come
You
on.
want to come do it?
Okay,
You want to close out the show with it?
we'll close the show and I'll put at the end. I'll keep put it in the middle.
Perfect. All right. Well, hey, black people, thanks for coming. We
Eggs
really
and
appreciate
grits.
we really appreciate it. We really appreciate y'all. We really appreciate all the support we've been given. The reason I was looking at someone sideways is because I would like to make a nice, giant, formalized announcement. And I've said this before, sir, but we've got some exciting content coming for y'all that I want to make sure gets the proper due whenever we get to talk about it.
Send us your cash.
But
God.
but I cannot wait for you guys to get to see it starting out this weekend, and I'm certain we got a couple more weekends of cramming those in. But some topics that y'all have been wanting to hear to talk about, we're actually gonna make possible for y'all. But ultimately, keep on supporting us. Really appreciate it. Whether that's through Manscaped, whether that's just through following, a subscription on any of our other platforms, we always appreciate it. And if you guys have any topics on the Blaxcellence you'd like us to cover, feel free to DM those directly to me. DM those on Discord. And I will actually make sure that I consider, look at them, run them by the rest of the crew.
Also, we have a Discord.
Jordan,
What's up?
thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir.
You held it down.
I didn't make it bad.
Not too much.
Not too much.
I didn't have to slap you on your wrist too much.
What were my faults? Okay? I didn't talk about anybody bad.
You lead in the show with one. But that's okay. That said, I'm here. I'm going to play the intro so y'all know it's the end of the show. Hey, yo. There's nothing better out there. Nothing better than this show. That's because you can come out here and be your authentic black self. Lady-o.
Come on, sir.